You know, in the worst case, we can just look at the output, and we don't have to see all four hands at once if it's putting too much of a strain on it. No, I can't hear you, Jay.
Oh shit. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Now I can.
not letting me say things. I'm gonna try and open up the video ninja. I'm on a small vibe that it won't.
Now we have another ninja link.
Yep, okay, you can hear that. I might actually need Sam to stream it because for some reason opening up the ninja means that my mic stops working on Discord.
That is very strange.
Yeah, I don't really know why.
And Ninja doesn't seem to be wanting to work here anyway. It only does
Yeah.
it some of the time, so.
Yeah, so just Sam, would you mind sharing like you did before? I think Ninja is just screwing with us right now.
I think just the hands will
Just
be
and seems
fine.
good. Yeah, I think so. That seems the best. The best.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay.
Yeah, but the problem for me was it would short out one of my mics.
Right, right.
Sorry, it would short out the mic, not almost.
Yeah, this is still a tiny bit problematic because the Discord doesn't show the screen share at a good resolution most of the time. It's kind of blurry at times, which we were trying to fix from last time, but
Good call. I wasn't sure.
let's see.
Joe so doesn't care. Tony G, 7-4 clubs. No, thank you.
Is there poker going on somewhere?
Yep, doesn't care.
Yep. How can you tell?
Because we can
Like-
hear it.
No. Like my audio is like tiny. I don't know how you can hear it.
I heard the chips shuffling, and then I heard some poker term. I don't remember what it was.
I see.
And image is super tight.
I can see all four now. I just used the original links. Also, yeah, might wanna. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know if we're actually live now or not. That would be a bit strange.
I don't think we'd
Oh, okay.
No, so like if you stream out to your studio, you still need to click another button to stream. So Going from OBS to YouTube is very mild. Hello. Yep, yep. Cool. I can't tell.
If they do want to do any last-minute adjustments, the Chris Calvin camera can be zoomed in slightly, so that the inner corner of the frame touches the edge. But it's not a huge deal.
Oh. Yawn.
Yeah, both cameras look fine. Oh, fun. Some mirror mahjong like that. That's bizarre. Let me see. Well, I don't know. I'll keep YouTube open on my phone so I know when we actually do the screen transitions. Because I only have one monitor. Yep. It does say that we're live on YouTube. There is a chat. Yeah, we already have support for our anonymous ref here. So I guess we are pretty much set to go as soon as the players are ready. At least on my end, I'm good. How about you guys? It looks great on my end.
Okay, sorry. I'm just going. Wait, is it streaming out right now? Or
Yes, it is.
oh, wait. Just trying to sort a thing right now because yeah, sorry. Just trying to sort a thing because I've been I'm on a very, very, very bad setup right now. So just trying to figure out if I'm bleeding any audio. Think
Yeah.
we're okay.
Yep.
I like muted everything except for Discord, and I don't have Discord notifications on, so it should be okay.
Sounds good. The scenes look fine from my end, Sam. So I'm ready to go whenever, and I'll just put us through the simple intro and whatnot, and they can all hear us right now.
Yep, sounds
But it
good.
doesn't count because we haven't started yet. All right. Whenever the players are ready, I'm ready. And I'll just do like the simple names. We'll go over the blurb for this week's quote-unquote story, and then go over the players.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, action. All right. Hello, people. Welcome to another Nomi League session. This is week 5, February 3rd. We have some exciting games for you. Today, I'm Eric. I'll be joined by the wonderful Jay from Australia. How are you doing, Jay?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. You know, late night here, early, well, probably midday over there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's about 11:20 in the morning.
For those of you that don't know, Jay is one of Australia's proud Ho-Oh players. That's 7 Dan and above on Tenho, so quite a strong player with us to help with the commentary today. I will just take... well, of course, I have to mention it, you know. Just like I have to mention this wonderful story plot. The Rinshan Kaibros have a mountain looming before them. The minus 202 score is not a great look when you're playing the second place Brooklyn Sours trying to retake the top of the stand wings. Meanwhile, the FalKANs and the Opie Dopes look to try and take a spot in the top 3 of the league. Even against these odds, it's still possible to pick the flower at the top of the mountain. Will the Kaibros take their first step on the climb to the top, or will the mountain grow taller before them? Find out today. So yeah, as you might have kind of half gotten from that, it will be the Rinshan Kaibros, Brooklyn Sours, the Opie Dopes, and the Peregrine FalKANs. Do you want to go over the players for us?
Yeah, sure. So, actually, I think you're better off because I'm not going to be able to read these.
Oh,
these
no
teams.
worries.
I just remember Claire's on the FalKANs because that's the type of bird. And I'm assuming that Opie Dopes is Chris because I can read that logo.
Yeah, we'll have Vinny playing for the Rinshan Kaibros. He'll be the starting dealer, followed by Chris for the Opie Dopes. As the South player, West will be Calvin for the Brooklyn Sours, and then Claire will be representing the Brooklyn FalKANs as the North player. And it looks like they're just about ready to get started, so we will switch over to the gameplay.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I think they're just gonna wait for the thumbs up on our end. I'm guessing.
Probably.
So it's gonna be interesting. I haven't commentated in quite a while, but I definitely do miss it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this game comes along. I think that's Claire in the Pirates jersey, so that's like plus 10 flow points. I don't know what scale of flow points we're doing, but that's definitely plus 10. We got any like spooky stuff? Like any gosh, I forgot what they're called again. Like not rational things, but any hands that come out a lot in this Nomi League we should keep an eye out.
Well, there has been a certain emphasis on the 3-pin, which seems to be a tile that has come up in particular for Kevin Ng, one of the players in the league, but it seems to have spread a bit towards the other players. Other than that, no, I haven't really noticed a whole lot of supernatural occurrences, though maybe we'll set a new bar with these games. For those of you that don't know, the kind of 2 special rules for this league are 1,500 point homba, which means each repeat counter is worth 1,500, so they add up real fast, 1,500, 3,000, 45, 6,000, and so on and so forth. And we also play with open Riichi, local Yaku, where a player can show their weight before declaring Riichi and get an extra Han for it. And the catch with that is, of course, everyone knows what you're waiting for, so they're not going to deal in, otherwise it counts as a Yakuman, but you can get an extra Han.
I'm still like, I want to see it at least once in my life an open Riichi into someone who's on a Hadaka Tanki weight and they draw the Suji and they just have to deal in.
Oh god, yeah, that would be
I want-
awful. Yeah, if someone's like on a 369, even if you have like 3-3-6-6 and then you draw the 9 and you have to deal in, that would be awful. It's almost happened. We have
It's
some
almost-
very cool happy players.
Okay. Look, but like that's the thing, right? Because like with so much emphasis on like big Homba and stuff, like you get 4 Homba, 6,000 points, you think, oh yeah, let's call. You know, let's go for like the basic Mongum. And then then you get stuck because someone open reads.
Yeah. So it can be also a way to slow down the table. Like one of the previous weeks, we saw someone take I think it was an East and a West Champon or something like that. And the players just got stuck. They had this lone East in their hand. The only thing they can do is Tanki, and they knew there was only one left based on what they could see, and it just completely stopped the progress of their hand.
Alrighty.
All right, well, players should be starting any moment now. I believe they've gotten the A-OK. It looks like everyone is seated.
Sounds good.
And we'll see how many incidents go on today. We had some exciting rules violations in some of the previous games, whether it was just misscorings or drawing from the wrong wall or false declaration of open Riichi and things like that. So there's always some kind of drama to watch out for.
You guys doing the yellow card, red card system, or
I have. I don't know if it's been formalized. We're thinking about it, but we will be giving out penalties to players who do it repeatedly, and there's a
Right.
possibility that'll go on your record for the next season if there is one. But it looks like we have started off now. Once again, I believe it is Vinny who is the starting dealer, and the Dora is the South, and he has one of those. Could go for a Manzu Honitsu.
Sorry, I'm still trying to slightly make apart the hands because they're a little bit blurry for me.
Yep, getting used to this new format, and you haven't commented in a while. It looks like Chris is actually going to discard his own sequence South Door right off the bat. And another Manzu draw for Vinny. He's actually going to follow up with the South as well. You know, not committing to the Honitsu very hard. So even with the South gone, this is Akaari, so there's still plenty of value to be had from the Red Door, Uradori, Ipatsu, etc. And it looks like Calvin has one of those. And Claire's hand has a pretty heavy presence in the Sozu. She can maybe warp around to a lower or upper Ipeiko based on what I can see, but her hand overall is fairly slow. All right, Vinny draws the 7, so can go for a 7-8-9 Sanchoku, discards the Haku after Chris did it the previous turn. And Chris is going to draw into a nice 4, so here to make a nice Ryanman shape. Could potentially go for a 2-3-4 Sanchoku. And Claire makes another Sozu pair. Could go for that 1-2-3 lower Ipeiko. And I guess Vinny's going to give up on the 7-8-9 Sanchoku. So are any of these hands standing out particularly to you?
Sorry, I'm gonna need you to do the primary commentating just for a touch.
Oh, no worries.
I can't see the hands right now, so I will be with you guys in just a sec. Sorry.
All good. Sorry about that, folks. We'll get this sorted. In the meantime, looks like it is Claire's draw. She has got another Tuso to make an Anko of those. Could potentially hard force a Chinitsu, though. Going into the second row, it's going to be probably a little bit too slow for that. And Chris is going to draw into another Ryanman. That's going to put him in 2 Shanten. He's going to want to find that 4-pin Hanchan before he moves forward. And an Anko of North for Calvin is going to make things interesting. I believe he is now in 2 Shanten as well. And Vinny's going to draw into a Ryunmin, perhaps going to opt for a 6-7-8 Sanchoku now that that 6-pin was drawn. 8-mon for Calvin, but he discarded 7-mon the previous turn, so that's going to go out. And another Sozu draw for Claire. I believe she is 1 away for Chitoi now. Yeah, could draw the 3 or the 9 so for that, but might just opt for that Chinitsu with these great draws and the ability to call.
Yeah, I agree. And also, it's a bit like worthless Cheeto unless you get that Tandora.
Yeah.
That being said, though, the 4 becomes quite like dangerous the longer you hold it. So might want to get rid of it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's tricky. She's probably trying to leverage the Chitoi still, given that it's so late, and she wants to get to Tenpai, but like you said, it can be dangerous. Luckily, both South Dora have passed, but here is the pawn of the 1-so. Claire's going to move forward to Ishanten.
Forward to Ishanten.
Or to Shanten, sorry.
Oh, yeah, so that's not a... Yep. Ooh, nice 4-pin draw there for Chris. Can also go for a more normal pin through your hand, but doesn't really have any value, so I wonder... Yep, does get rid of the Sozu. Get rid of it before it deals into Claire, I suppose.
Yeah. The ideal draw for him would be the red 5-so to wait on the 2-5-8-so for a Riichi pin Fedora 1.
Very, very, very ideal, though.
Yeah, especially since Claire has 2 of them. But there is still 1 left on the wall.
Ooh, 2-so cut. Skip of the pawn from Claire. I guess with the 1-so pawn, she doesn't really like that 1-4-so anymore. But it does
That
skip
could be the case.
It does skip an Ishanten, which is always like worth considering when you start getting into the last row. Like even if your Ishantens are bad, how bad
For sure. And to be honest, you have a Mangan, so oftentimes you don't care if it's a bad weight.
Exactly. You got a Chi on the 4-mon there from Vinny. Vinny will be in a slightly awkward position because they do have the 7-8-so and they can't win on the 9-so, but they might also be just going for Tenpai. Trying to... Oh my gosh, the 8-so draw. Ooh.
Yeah. It's going to be particularly hard because 6-so is not a tile that Claire is going to feed to Vinny unless she draws a second copy of it or something.
Yeah, probably not.
But there is Tenpai, 6-9-so. Vinny can only win on the 6-so as stated before. 9-so does not give Tanya.
Only 1 6-so left that I'm seeing right now, unless there's one on the board.
Jay, I have a comment that's saying your mic is a little bit quiet at the moment.
Oh, I think that's something I can fix. Think someone needs to turn me up. I think. Let me check.
And it looks like Chris drew into the ideal Tenpai with the red 5-so, probably going to take the reach now. And he does, but it's going to deal in to the 6-9-so wait for Vinny. Tanya only 1,500 as dealer. And that's going to put 1,500 on the table as a homba as well. So Chris, not necessarily too terribly disappointed. Good hand, good deal in, and he can make the value back with the homba alone.
Alright, I think I'm going to just try speak up a little bit and let me know if it's too loud.
All good. It's pretty quiet on my end as well, so I think it's something from your side.
Oh, Jesus, sorry.
All good. I can hear you clear. So we're going to go into East 1, repeat 1. Vinny is still the dealer. Looks like he has 1 completed shape in Sozu. Really flexible shapes in general, other than the 3-5-mon, and I guess this 1-2 pin, but an early overflow of shapes. Dora is the 7-mon. Looks like Chris's hand can accept that, especially with the 6-mon draw. He has the pair of Hatsu. So could speed this up, take a quick Hatsudora 1 potentially, get 2,000 plus the 1,500 homba. Calvin, on the other hand, great first draw of the 6-pin. Looks like a Tanyao, maybe a Pinfu. And then Claire's hand has a red 5, but is a little bit slower than the rest.
Kind of, as you're mentioning it, Chris skipped the first Hatsu, so maybe they're going for something a little bit more. But with so many awkward shapes in his hand, especially on the 1-3 pin and the 1-3, so it feels hard to pilot without that Hatsu pawn. Ton comes out, making Vinny a double ton pair, which is really nice. Where are these Dora? Just one in Calvin's hand right now.
Yeah, it seems like the door is 3 copies left in the wall, and a lot of players want it. If yeah, it's very easy to use. Oh, there's the 3-pin that's come back to haunt Vinny's 1-2 pin pinch on discard. That's kind of what we've been talking about, but he correctly gets rid of it. Nothing you can do about the past.
No. Clearly,
Look
you
at
gotta
this.
know that, like 3-pin is lucky, therefore you have to keep your pentrons. Like, it's just how it works.
Chris is actually going to Sakigiri the 3-so to keep this 1-so pair, maybe aiming for some faraway Chanta, Junchan, or maybe just committing to that second Hatsu pawn if it comes out.
Part of it is also maybe wants to keep the 9-pin just for now, like get rid of the 3-so. Oh my god, what a draw!
Yeah, Ishanten now.
Oh.
9-pin? Okay.
Yep, comes out. Ishanten there for Chris.
Claire's hand not really progressing a whole ton.
Yeah, probably why she's keeping those honors on the left-hand side. She thinks she's probably too slow right now, so what can you do?
Oh, another 1-pin.
Oh, he's cutting the 6-man, going for that Chanta like you were mentioning before.
Wow, that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
That's going to give a chi to Calvin, who's just done with this hand. Is Ishanten for a simple Tanyao, Dora 1.
Yep. Wants to shut out Vinny's dealership. Extra 1,500 in the middle. Hard to complain. Oh.
Oops. So is Calvin going to want that? Probably not.
Probably not. You ever play games where like someone knocks over the tile in your hand, the tile that you're about to draw, and it's something you don't want, and you just take it from the wall directly into the pond?
Yes, I have done that. I think it would be quite funny if Calvin Karagiri'd the 4-mon from his hand after everyone saw him draw the 4-mon.
I feel like that gives away too much info.
Oh no, for sure. All right.
The 2-so from Chris.
Yeah, the 2-so is gonna come back.
Oh, 10
Oh, there's a 5-pin.
Yep.
Yeah, so
3-6-so or the 4-so 5-pin. Probably will choose 3-6-so.
Yeah, 3-6-so. Well, on one hand, the 2-so draw is unfortunate, but now if Chris draws a 3-so, it actually ends up saving him from the deal-in.
His hand looks good. It's just so awkward without a pair right now. But I mean, with one of the shapes, you might pair off on like that 3-5-man, hopefully.
Yeah, and because Claire has been playing a lot more defensively because of how slow her hand is, it's kept Vinny from being able to call into a fast tempi with these good shapes.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's probably one of the better parts of having a hand that's behind. You can play it a little bit conservatively and try to stop, like, make other people miserable.
Oh.
If you have to be sad, so does everyone else.
Haku draw. Do we 1-so?
1-man?
Oh, sorry, not so. 1-so. 1-man or 1-pin?
1-man, Ishanten, really nice, like, Chanta Yakuhai. Aka 5-man draw from Calvin, probably offload 2-man.
Nice slide. I'll bring his hand up to 39 plus a repeat.
Wait, 39?
He has a Dora in the chi.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's a 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
Or 5, 6, 7, okay. Oh, and there's the Riichi.
Oh,
this will be 1-so Hatsu.
Oh, God.
And Hatsu's once dropped.
Yeah, that's a really strong weight. Yeah, Haku 1-so, reach Yakuhai Chanta, already a manga, no matter what.
Yeah, and if you can get the Hatsu out of this, and a sumo, you can get a Haneman. Reach sumo, Chanta, Dora, Yaku, yeah.
Vinny, okay. Vinny does draw the death tile, doesn't offload it on the Apatsu, but
I imagine it has to be coming eventually.
doesn't it? It doesn't look that nice, does it?
But Vinny's dealer and he's Ishanten with double ton, so he might.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially since it's once dropped, but we'll see how defensively he plays here. I was actually going to play defensively with the Tuso.
Yeah, a bit of Mawashi, like you're not out of it, but no. Oh,
Uh,
Timo.
there we
Nice.
go.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
Timo for
so
what,
that'll be
800,000?
was it 1525?
Oh, sorry. Yep. You're right. Sorry. I keep forgetting
Yeah.
the $2. Yep.
So
15.
that'll be the 1,000, 2,000 plus 500 extra each. The math with the big combo can get a bit bonkers at time. I'm very bad at mental math, unless it's a very simple score like this.
Alrighty, nice. Good win there for Calvin as we move on to East 2 with Chris in the dealership. Three so's the door. Yes, three so's the door. Let's
Oh,
go.
there we go. The classic,
Oh.
classic three Sodora. And from the looks of it,
Go on.
it looks like Chris's hand is well, we'll see with this draw. It's very, very mediocre. A lot of scattered honors.
Yeah, it's not a good one.
It's not. Calvin's hand on the other side, which I think you were probably going to mention, is pretty fast with that Chunpon.
Yeah, it's fast, but I think this is where playstyles can come into play. There is a line with like getting rid of the two chuns if you want to go for like a reach pinfu, but I think it has too cheap otherwise. Maybe probably just chun pun it and get over yourself, like in terms of like, than one for value and just go for your dealership. The most expensive looking hand here is definitely Claire's. Like,
yeah, we'll get to her right about now. Yep, Claire's hand is looking like it could potentially go up to a Hanemon with a good Riichi.
Yep. So she'll probably want to keep it Menzen, hope the other players are slower, which does seem like if Calvin chooses not to Chunpon, everyone will be a bit slower.
I think, though, that she'll probably be happy to call this with the 3 Dora. Or Tanya, if she can find another block in the Pinzu, for example. So Chris gets that red 5-mon in there. A little bit of clapping from Vinny. Not sure what for, but something happened.
Yeah. I know Chris cut the Nan. Oh, was it because Chris cut one of every week?
Oh, it's news and discards. North, east, west, south as the first 4 discards is news and discards.
Oh.
Yes, that's something of a pretend local Yaku in our club, and if we're playing with local rules, we'd say like 100 points each for that immediate payment, but that is not a rule here.
You guys have so much local Yaku over there.
Yeah, we like our extra hands, and extra Han, I suppose. Well, it looks like Vinny's going to progress to 4 pairs, maybe considering a Chi toy.
Looks like it. Chris still offloading the junk honors that he got at the start of the hand.
But his hand is suddenly not looking too bad. You could see a potential 3-4-5 Sanshoku in there. That'd be a Tanyao Sanshoku. Oh, maybe not now that I see the full shape, but still, Tanyao Dora 2, something like that.
It's drawn 6 good tiles, which is a significant improvement over how it started. 3-pin pawn, collecting the flow. That's plus 10 flow points if anyone's keeping track.
And that's going to enable him to speed this up a little bit. He has to be careful around the 2-3-mon shape, though. You don't want to end up drawing the 1-mon.
That's true. 3 1-mons on the board, though, so probably not something to be too worried about.
Absolutely.
And
now Vinny is slimming down some shapes. He's gone away from the Chi toy, but that's going to give a Chi. Chris.
For Chris. Calvin draws the 1-pin. Kinda not great, so just offloads it. Claire with a very expensive looking hand and can get rid of the 1-so right now if she doesn't like the 2-so, which she does choose to do. 5-so draw. Is Shanten there for Vinny?
And Claire's bottleneck here is the 3-mon, but she's Ishanten for a Mangan. So
yeah,
she can still, with that extra 6-mon, kind of move things around. Maybe even shift towards Tanya now, even though it takes a step back.
This is where I feel like some players try to make board reads on how good the 3-mon is. Because you're right, like if we choose to cut the 1/2-mon, we go a step behind. But I feel like there's so many shapes that you draw everywhere else that the 1/2 getting rid of the 1/2-mon is mighty tempting right now. Quite a decision.
Yeah,
Not
and
sure.
I was gonna mention, yeah, since you said earlier, there's 3 of the 1-mon out. It's not super unreasonable to think that the lower Manzu is strong in the wall. And you'd be right here, there's only 1 3-mon in Chris's hand.
Yeah, exactly. I would. Well, it's hard to say because like some people might be getting rid of the 1-mon out of an early 1/3/4 shape. So it can be the early 1-mons make 2-mon stronger, generally not 3-mon. That being said, in this case, I am wrong, but um, it's an interesting one. It's sort of like it's what I like in terms of you make your own personal reads, and sometimes you choose less efficient shapes or less hopeful shapes that you believe they're high on the wall.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry, we're getting another comment that your microphone is very low. Sam, I don't know if it's possible at all to kind of boost his mic source up. Oh, well, you wouldn't be doing it individually. It'd be desktop audio, so I'd have to talk less loudly.
Yeah. Wait, sorry, give me a second.
Well, in the meantime, Claire draws a 6-mon here, and now can cut the 1/2 so. Or, no, actually, she is just Tempai on the 3-mon. I missed that entirely. She cuts down to the 5/6/6/6/7-mon, really extended kind of pair and Shunsu shape. So that 3-mon, as you mentioned earlier, is 3 left in the wall. And Chris is going to discard the 2-mon here because it's Suji to the Riichi, but if he doesn't find that 4-mon, could be in trouble with this 3-mon if he decides that the Shampon winning on Genbutsu is better. But there's not going to be any Ipatsu here. Looks like Vinny is going to continue to Mwashi around here. He's still Ishanten, looking for 4-mon, 6-pin, and 6/9-mon. And now Calvin draws an 8-mon, but it is Suji, but, you know, just going with the normal fold here of the 4-pin, playing disciplined. And here's the pawn, and the 3-mon is going to deal in. So that'll be Riichi Dora 3. No Ura, but still a powerful Mangan for Claire. 8k. Alrighty, and that's going to move us right along to East 3. The dealer is Calvin. It looks like the door is 2-mon. Calvin will start with one of those, as well as pairs of the West and the North, and the Chun. And actually, that's an Anko of the North, and he has a 7/8/9-mon as well. This is a monster Honitsu Chanta, potentially. I can't see. He has a 1-pin and an 8-pin are offsuit, and his first draw is a 9-so. And that's going to go straight out. He already knows what he wants out of this. 2 Shanten for a great hand as dealer.
Yep, absolutely. Just gonna go for that Minhon, hopefully, fingers crossed. But his hand's like 12k, 16k sometimes. Sorry, 12k or 16k. Sorry. Oh, what am I saying? 18k or 24k.
There we go. Yeah, dealer.
Didn't look at the button there.
Claire might feasibly be able to shut it out with her South hand, South Dora 1, possibly Dora 2, which I think she'd be happy to call for, or maybe even a 1/2/3 Sanshoku, but it still has very awkward shapes, and Calvin's hand is just so close. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
okay. Does get rid of the
Oh,
1-pin or 8-pin for now, rather. Doesn't want to give
All right.
away the Khan just yet.
Yeah, saving it for now. Keeping
Mhm.
things low key.
Yep.
Vinny has one of each dragon here. Out goes the Hatsu.
See Calvin. I think all eyes are on Calvin.
Oh, we're gonna see the con
Dwight
now.
cuts
Oh,
the
he's not gonna
shot.
con.
Oh, cuts the shot. Keeps the 1/2 pin. Is probably not unhappy with a 3-pin draw. I wonder if I prefer a con there. I mean, play it aggressively and all that
I
stuff.
guess Yeah, the idea is you either con right there, or you toss the west hoping to get upgrades around the 2-mon, but now we are Tenpai. I mean,
Oh,
Chunchanta, is that all it
Chunchanta?
is?
Yeah. Chunchanta, I
Oh,
think
that's sad.
3,900. Yeah, I think it's 3,900 with all the foo. But yeah, it's not as expensive as it could be.
No, and that's going to be 2 straight calls for Claire. First, she got the Dora 2-mon, and now she has the south securing Hayaku.
Yep. 6-man draw there for Vinny. Does progress them, but they are sort of a little bit bottlenecked on that 8-9 so. Even though we know that there are 4 left in the wall, it's hard to sorry, 3 left in the wall. It's not a great shape to be holding.
And Chris's hand could potentially go for an Itzu. Is blocked for a second there, but he did draw 9-mon. And there's Tenpai for Claire, waiting for the pen 3, so has upgrades to Sanchoku if you can draw 1 pin.
So how many 3-pins do we have left in the wall?
Well, looks like there are 2 left in the wall versus 2 3-sos.
2v2. I like it. I like it. Let's go.
A very comparable value for both.
Hmm.
Well,
39.
actually, no,
It's
Claire
3900
didn't get the
versus-
Sanchoku, yeah.
Yeah, it's 3,900 versus 2k, I think.
Yeah. If Claire does manage to draw the 1 pin, though, there's 2 of those left, then she would match dealer's value with 39.
Yeah.
And a 5
Bit of a
draw.
shootout between them. I'm actually kind of interested to see what Chris and Vinny will do. They've seen these 2 players who've opened up once or twice, and their hands. Well, Chris's hand is awkward. If you draw the 7-pin, you're happy, but it's still like quite a ways away. And Vinny's got that 8-9, so that he's blocked up on. So
And
it's
this
hard to see me being comfortable.
and this is a situation where Claire probably wishes that Quikai was on so that she could cheat this 5 pin and drop the 2 pin, but that was recently removed from JPMLA. So
Really? They removed
yeah.
Quick? What? Huh. Wait, that was
Oh, it
like
looks like
the one nifty rule that everyone wanted to play when we were playing it over here. That's a nice 7-pin
yeah,
draw.
yeah, they removed that and they also removed Daimin Kan Pao.
Okay, I'm unhappy about that.
Oh, you can go complain to Moriyama all you want.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less what the rules are. Looks like Vinny has managed to get into Ishanten looking for a 2, 3, 4, or 5 so, as well as the 4 pin, and can actually expand the options if he's willing to drop the 8 so here.
3-pin draw though, which is a deal and tile into Calvin if he chooses to cut it.
I think he has to cut the 8 so, though. It just looks much safer on this board.
Oh, wait, that's a 4-fold. Wait, is that a
That's
fold?
yeah. That is surprising.
That's a little bit surprising considering that it's not actually safe.
No, I guess with the red 5 pin discard and it being safe to Claire who called twice, maybe he considers it to be a little safer, but
Yeah, but I feel like you could like cut the 8 so and both progress your
yeah,
hand and
yeah,
like
exactly. I think
well.
you still had a little bit of wiggle room to push there.
Yeah,
And
I
the 8 so is a pretty safe tile.
yeah, sure. But I think Vinny's probably like powering down in the hand. Well,
What did
that'd be my
Chris
guess.
draw?
Can't see past Chris's hand. 6
6
mon.
mon.
Oh my god. I mean, it's not that much more expensive. Does it go up to 4,800 if he gets rid of the 2-pin? 8, 16, 20. Yeah, it does. So now he's Tenpai for a 4,800 point hand.
And the 1 pin is 2 left in the wall as well. So equal to the previous weight, though Claire will be able to shift to the 1 pin and avoid a deal in.
Seems
And
very
Chris,
likely Calvin will just want to get like something to go for the Honitsu as well. Go for like the Chanta Honitsu.
yeah. Oh,
Okay,
6,
just
9
Honitsu.
mon.
Yeah, there we go. Not even fruited as well.
And it's fairly live. Actually, two of the 9 mana are out, so it's it's 4 left,
Uh,
but still.
It's better than just the one Pentanky on like almost
Yeah.
everywhere. So no complaints, I think.
Let's see if Chris manages to get into Tempai here. He has quite a wide acceptance. Anything around the 3-mon, the 6-mon, or drawing the 7-pin or 9-pin will do it.
Oh, 1-pin draw for Claire. Boosts her hand up to 3,900 points.
There we go. So by now, Calvin's gotten a huge boost in value, so it's no longer that kind of equal value we were talking about earlier. And there's Tempai 147-mon for Chris.
Furitan though, reckon. Have we seen a
Does
lot
he
of
open
like
reach?
Furitan? Yeah, have we seen a lot of Furitan open reaches in
I
League?
think we have seen one. I could be wrong though. Is he going to discard it back? It looks kind of dangerous against the dealer here. Oh, there we
Oh, yeah,
go.
Furitan open reachy. Let's go.
Yes. 147 open reach, and he's going to discard the 8-pin, and it will pass.
Yep. And that's probably gonna be the like a fresh air for Vinny because Vinny will now know that he can just cut the 8-pin chasing, I guess, if he was worried about Chris at all.
Oh, the 4-mon on the Ipatsu, but it is Furry 10, so Claire's for a second hesitates, and then out it goes. I was about to start screaming, and then I remembered right afterwards, oh, wait, that's fine.
Yeah, I got you. 7
Ooh.
star.
Oh, what's this?
3-star. Oh gosh. If Calvin
What
drops
choice do you have?
yeah, unfortunate. Deals into Claire's 3,900 point hand. None. Sun Shokadora 1. Nice way to end it. No more sweat. Just take your points and run.
Yeah, gets the Riichi stick for our efforts as well.
Yep. Good stuff as we move on to is it
East
4? Yep.
Oh, Claire's dealership door is the 6-pin. Unfortunately, the red 5-pin is gone. Oh yeah, this is quite a nice hand.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I'm not. Oh yeah, it just looks very good, right? Like even unsorted, it just looks really good. I can't tell if it'll look worse once we sort it. Vinny also pretty good hands, fast, but is a bit of blocked on that 3-so. But if he does get it, it's pretty big.
Yeah, and
looking fairly nice as well. The 5-6-pin Realman's looking really good. Sharp hair if he wants to punt it away and play faster. And Calvin, nice 2-pin draw. Just makes the hand a lot better. Chooses to get rid of the 1-mon.
And so looking back at Claire's hand for a second, it does seem to be a 5-6-7 e-pick already, plus a 6-7 pin. It's a good hand for sure with door 2.
It's a good hand no matter how you slice it. I suppose then it's going to be if Chris wants to play spoiler or if Calvin can get into Tempai fast enough. 7-mon will help. 7-mon will definitely help.
Yeah, Chris is in a difficult position now, though. With 12,000 points, he might not be willing to settle for that cheapness. Or, this is 39, though. You can probably get away with it.
It's 39, and I don't know, you got a dealership ahead of you. There's no reason to panic, I guess, is how I would put it.
And it looks like he is Ishanten now.
Interesting. Cuts back the 4-pin. Doesn't want to ever get rid of the 6-pin, would be my guess.
Oh, but why not a 1-pin toss then, looking for Ipeco?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, interesting. We shall see.
Drop. Going back to Claire's hand. This one's like the... Ooh, that's a nice draw.
It keeps drawing these middle tiles.
Yeah, just improves. 4-so draw there for Vinny. It's nice. It'll speed up his hand quite a bit. Chris had Sumagiri on the 9-so. 1-mon draw again for Calvin. It's very frustrating, but... all these hands are on the verge of Tenpai. It's like two good draws and you're there. Just gotta
Yeah,
wait.
they just need one more thing for the eureka moment. But Chris with this 6-0 draw,
Yep. Chris
yep,
6.
takes a better Ishunten.
Yep. Nan draw there for Calvin. We'll offload it. Claire.
Oh, there's
Pin.
something.
That's good. That's really good. Oh my god. 7 man, nice. Puts Vinny into Shunten.
And
4
Tenpai.
pin. Oh, Tenpai for Chris.
Do we discard the 3-so and Riichi?
What did you just say to me?
Do we discard the 3-so and Riichi?
Did you just suggest we discard the 3-so? Yes.
Yes,
Good, Chris.
because it's further away from the shot point. But yeah.
Kidding. Yep, it does choose to Riichi, waiting on the 8-so Shah. Very, very standard, especially with with the Shah Yakuhai. And not that he knows this, but these players have such good hands that like if Claire draws the Shah, she's just gonna cut it immediately.
Absolutely, and that would deal into a Mangan, Riichi, Shah, Door 2. Just what Chris needs. And the Patsu draw. Oh, it's the 7-so.
No!
But in every world, you're gonna cut the 3 or the 6 odds to Tenpai there.
No one hurts. 8-so draw there for Claire.
But she can use it.
Yeah, she can use it. It's not leaving immediately, but it's not hard to see like a world where Claire has to drop the 8-so for Tenpai.
For sure.
So it's going to be a little bit awkward, but we'll see what happens. Hatsu drop. Claire, what does she draw? 3 pin. Yeah, 7-so comes out. Yep. Oh wait, 7-so came out.
Yeah, that's I guess it's Genbutsu.
Yeah.
She is in first.
The 7 man, she's in first. And is very valuable though.
Yeah, and you're maybe giving away the dealership, which is my only concern, but if she thinks that she can drop that whole 6-7 safely and Moashi around it.
Okay, gets the 8-so sumo, reached sumo Doro 2, and Ura. Ura 1, not enough.
Sanso.
Yeah,
so I guess it's good we kept it.
Yeah, I told you.
Well, not that it changes the hand value, but if you're playing for chips, that would be a nice little chippy there.
No, it's always good flow. It's good flow to hit Uradoro, even if you don't need it.
If you sumo the Shah, then it's going to be Haneman.
Exactly.
Readsumo Shah Dora 3.
Yep.
So that's a nice little... Yeah. Yeah, for Chris. I think we're about to say the exact same thing.
It's definitely a nice hand for Chris. It puts him well within contention for first place now. Sorry, just their arms are currently covering the scoreboard, so I can't quite see what everyone's on. As we enter South with Vinny in the dealership, a pretty low hand, unfortunately, and hard to get rid of that Hatsu. Chris also with a Hatsu and a double Nan. Oh, did one of the cameras go out?
It does appear like one of them went into no signal mode, which likely means that it fell asleep.
All right, we're gonna have to do the you gotta do the thing where we gotta pretend we're just Chris and Calvin, right? So we don't know what the other player's hands. What would you do?
Well, there's a 7-man chi for Chris.
Yep.
Looks like he's moving straight forward towards either a Honitsu or the double Nan alone.
Yep. Looks like it.
And a 6-man straight into Chris as well. A little bit of a backfire there for Vinny.
Yep.
His hand didn't seem too great, so I'm kind of surprised that a 7-man came out. Maybe I just didn't get a good look at it before the camera went out. Claire's discards look fairly normal.
Maybe if I had to pose a guess, maybe Vinny was going for Sozu Honetsu.
Could be the case.
Tonpon, 3-pin gets cut. Chris is still quite far away from Tenpai, but I think the hand looks more threatening, which is sometimes a bit more important.
Definitely,
looks-
especially when the dealer's to your left and they want to get their dealership in, but if they have a weak hand and they're facing down this huge threat, maybe they're forced to give it up. And
Yeah.
my goodness, there's a tune pair up.
Yep. No, it stopped now just looking threatening to probably being a bit threatening.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
Calvin
you can get
Sakiguri the 8-mon? He's gonna get rid of the 3, so that's not good.
that's not good at all. No, that's bad flow. -10 to flow points.
It legitimately, I think, would have been better to discard the 8-mon, though maybe he's already scared of feeding Chris again.
Mm.
I mean, I'd be a little more aggressive at Ishanten. The potential for a
I
good shape
think
Riichi.
probably to.
But then it comes out
Yeah,
there too.
I agree with you. I think getting rid of the 8-man right now would have been a lot better, and just like give yourself the ability to play back at the hand. Whereas like that Friso would have been really nice right now, to be honest.
Yeah, you have a nice shape upgrade or the double winged shape waiting for the 2 or the 7.
Yeah.
Still no sign of the tune, but the south is locked in Claire's hand for now. And there's a second copy. It's going to get held on to. Oh, sorry, that's the first copy of the tune. It's the first copy of the non. And
Ooh,
you just release the Dora here?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ooh, okay. I
He's
like
going to
releasing.
full greed.
Yeah, I like releasing the Dora there, but yeah, it's going for the full greed right now. North drop from Calvin's a nice relief considering there are already 2 norths in the pond. Claire's got nothing going on again, so she's just playing very like defensive. Doesn't want to give away the Dora, doesn't want to give away the south. Bank some safe tiles at least for the other players.
Oh, there's Tempai.
Oh boy.
But you have to give up the Dora. It's fine. You're Tempai. It's a great hand.
Don't be not this greedy. Not this greedy.
Oh no.
Okay. Like
All right, but now you have to get the tune.
But like, if this works, what Chanta Honitsu, Double Nan, Chun, Dora 2, it's like a Baimon.
Yeah, and if you pair up the Hatsu first, then well, no, it'll still be Baimon, but
It's gonna be Baimon. It's Baimon either way. This is the Baimon play.
I just don't see it happening anymore though with these tunes gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the Hatsu is twice held as well, so 1 left in the wall.
Yeah. I don't know how aggressive Calvin is a player. There's still like a small chance that Chun comes out, especially if he draws like either the 1-so or the 8-so, thinking that he needs the points. He'll play it, but it'd be a very aggressive play.
Absolutely.
I can't see.
Let's see, 1 mon. I think
Ooh,
just go back, take the Tempai now. You get
go
Chanta.
back. Yeah, double nod Chanta Honitsu is your Mangan. Oh, he wants
Chris.
to buy mine.
Oh,
he wants to buy mine. Let's go.
He's very this man knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants. 5 mon 4. That's hard. Does cut the 1-so. Yep. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, a bit late now. There's some overflow. You still don't see the Dora or the south.
Chitoy 2 Shantem for Vinny there. I kind of like it, considering that he can't really ever get rid of the Hatsu or the Chun, so try to get lucky and get them, I guess.
Ooh, Haku.
Oh, wait, Vinny Pons.
Oh, that's going to be trouble for Vinny, because he's got, unless he's going for K10 and using both of those dragons, one of them is going to have to come out. And it's probably not going to be the Dora.
Is that a Hatsu draw from Chris? Oh my god, he got the Baimon Tempo.
Wow. And now Vinny's in a lot of trouble if he continues forward for this K10.
Yeah. I thought Calvin would be the one in trouble because he was like so close to Shanten. Just like switch.
That's true.
Roles. Look, I don't
3-so draw.
It's hard for me to see how Vinny overcommits to this Tempai because I think the vibe might have been that he would only do it if he gets both of the. Oh no! He gets
my
the
goodness! Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, if you're not going to deal the Chun or the Hatsu, then you're not going to take that pawn, but he had intentions for it, and it's going to pay out for Chris Chris waits around twice, passing up Tenpai on the 3-mon and becomes a Baimon.
Yeah.
Hopefully they score it correctly.
Are we scoring it correctly? I need double. I think Honitsu, Double Nan, Chun. Yeah.
When he's double non, Chun, Dora
Chanta,
Dora. This is 7, huh?
Joe.
Oh, it's Chanta,
No.
Chanta, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a Baimon. I have to double check, I don't
So he
score
should
my
go up to 36,000. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. That's a really nice hand for Chris. I think that almost certainly launches in the first place.
For sure, and first place is really important in this format. We're using the N League Uma and Oka, so first place effectively gets plus 50, whereas second place gets plus 10.
Yep. Opening up to Chris's dealership. Not bad. A few shapes, a few awkward shapes as well. Moving over
Dora
to
is a
Calvin's
6,
hand.
so
Yep. Calvin's hand is pretty awkward, unfortunately. Looking at Claire's pair of shots, could try to shut this hand down quickly. Vinny's hand's looking like maybe a Honitsu. Gets rid of the 9 sir, probably speculative, and see if we get the Manzu shapes.
all right. Chris forms a Hanchan / Penchan there. It's not the best, though. The hand already has some awkward shapes. Calvin, on the other hand, is going to make a Ryanman here with the Dora.
Shah
And
will get
Claire?
lined up by Claire. Going to shut out this
Yeah.
hand and try to get back to her dealership as soon as possible.
Do you think she's going to greed for the Pinzu Honitsu?
I think it depends. Because if you draw the 6-er, it's hard to greed for the Pinzu Honetsu.
For sure.
So I think just leave it out in the open for now. I think if she draws an 8-pin, she'll probably get rid of the 3-star. If I had to take a guess. But, we'll see what happens. You can go both ways. 5-pin draw there for Vinny. I'm surprised the Amon came out, actually, because I thought they might go for the Honitsu. But maybe they just want to, get this hand off rather than, going for anything overly greedy. Plus not getting rid of that 6 stars, which could get paired up.
Claire here draws a 6-mon, decides to do, right back, along with the rest of the Manzu from before. A little unfortunate.
8-star draw for Vinny, makes use of that 6-star. Haku draw of no consequence for Chris. Haku draw of no consequence for Calvin.
Chris has 3 of the 7, so though that's going to put a hamper on Vinny's hand.
Yep. Oh, Claire does get the non, and as expected, cuts the 3-star. Still leaving herself open to get that 6-star, but probably doesn't want it at all, even a little bit. It's just so awkward. And not that much value relative to the Honitsu.
Oh, is that an Ipeiko commit for Chris, looking for just the 3-mon?
2-pin drop for Calvin. Just, wait, what's that term again? Oh my god, I forgot it. It's the Japanese term where they say, one step forward.
Ippozenshin?
Ippozenshin, yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I heard it. Yeah, Ippozenshin. Oh, we lost the camera. No.
Oh, very, very interesting view.
Can't
tell anything about the hands from that. Maybe it's analyzing their mahjong powers or something. Anyway, we'll continue over on the other cam.
Yeah, what are we doing on the other camera? Yep.
And Chris drew a 3-so. He can upgrade the shapes now, but he would be Furitan on the 2-so.
Chooses not to be Furitan. I personally like Furitan in this context, to be honest. Even knowing nothing else, you see 3-3-so so early. My chances of drawing back the 2-so before Tenpai aren't that bad.
But would you give up the Yaku of Ipeiko for it, though? Because if you draw 3-mon, it's still a very good Tenpai with Reach Pinfu Ipeiko.
But you already see 1 3-mon cut by Claire, and you can't really evaluate how strong 3-mon is in either Calvin nor Vinny's hand. Because they haven't cut anything in the I think she cut 1. Isn't that second tile from Claire 3-mon?
Oh, it is. I completely looked over that. But yeah.
It's just sort of it's hard to say how many 3-mons there are left. Whereas 2-so, I'd be relatively confident there's at the time at least 1 2-so in the wall.
Perhaps a thought here, though, is upgrades to Sananko or Suanko. Chris is that kind of
yeah.
person, as we've seen.
Yep.
Oh, this 7-pin draw. It's going to prompt a
Yep.
Riichi 369, so wait. Or
Ooh,
Calvin. This is a Riichi Dora 3.
Yeah, really nice Riichi Dora 3. Riichi Sumo Kinfu Dora 3 is already a Hanemon.
Claire dropped that one so with a little bit of fear in her hand. I wonder if she's Tenpai now. I can't tell because we're not on the camera. But the 6 is going to go to Chris. Will he defend?
I don't think he needs to.
Oh.
Yeah, defend.
All right, he goes. Yeah, Hakasuji here.
It's always a
Could
little
still
nervous thing. Like pause after their draw. You're like, oh no, they sumo.
Chris can still recover into Chitoi Tenpai for Chitoi Dora 2 if he draws the 6 or the 3-mon.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just has to push the Suji 7, so.
Draws the 5, so that's a little rough to get rid of.
I could do 7, so 7, so.
Yeah, 7 so would work, but then your hand just gets more and more awkward and cheaper.
I guess, honestly, you're still Chitoi Ishan 10, and there's not a whole lot of good options. It pushes the 4-pin in.
Wow, 4-pin. Ooh, okay. 5-pin gets cut. I'm assuming Claire's Honitsu Tenpai off of that, if I had to punt.
Probably. That might mean trouble for this second 4-pin.
Mm-hmm. 2-so cut there. Calvador's a 3-pin. Oh, I'd be sweating on that one.
Oh, there is a bit of a pause here now.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes. Paused for the right reason, but no way to stop.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Reach Pinfu Dora 3 should be a Mongon, unless they hit an Ura. Which they did, I think.
It sure is. Well, actually, I think the original Dora is the 6, so, but yeah, it is still a Mongon.
Oh, it was the original Dora 6-0? Sorry.
Yeah. Which is why Chris paused on it for so long. Well, we're going to go into Calvin's dealership here. If we can't finish it by the end of the game, if we don't get it back by the end of the game, we'll definitely have the second camera back for the start of the second one. So for now, you'll just have to have this kind of two-dimensional view of us with us of half the table. As we go,
it's the true point, right? It's like
you
don't know what the other players have. You got to sweat it out. You got to figure it out yourself.
It's South 3 now. The scores are as follows: Calvin with 33,600, Claire with 24,400, Vinny with 6,000, and Chris with 36,000. So fairly close among the top 3-ish, and Vinny has quite a climb.
Vinny does have quite a climb. May choose just to preserve points rather than go for replacement. Depends on what kind of hand they have. Calvin's draw kind of gets the useless sharp hair, but just does progress forward.
Vinny did discard the 1 so on the first turn, which is a Dora adjacent tile. But and then the south afterwards. Still can't tell very much.
Could be a force on the head. That would probably be my read at that point. Like you don't need that 2-so neighbor because you have a better one, I guess. Or you have a
even in some cases like a 1-2 4. So if you just have good shapes elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Haku upon Claire gets rid of 3 Pinzu, 1 Sozu. Very likely to be Manzu Honitsu. Sometimes maybe it's just like a cheap hand to get to her dealership. But I feel like she'd want to have like a higher value hand than this one. Especially because like there's no Gariyame, right? You can't like win cheap and come first. So you want to try
there's 1,500 point Homba. So it does change things a little bit, but there just haven't been a lot this game. So normally, at least in the previous broadcasts, games have had on average like maybe 6 or 7 Homba, which is pretty ridiculous, but it's been up there. It's been much more swingy due to the Honba, but this time it's just been to these big hands, and I don't know. She has a pair of she has a triplet of the Haku and the Hatsu by the looks of it.
Oh god, I didn't even notice that. Two Chuns
But
are
there's
already
two
out there.
Chuno.
And
Yeah.
no Daisang. No Daisangen. But yeah, still, could be
So,
Honitsu.
yeah,
You'd like
Onitsu too. Forgot to mention Dora is the Tuso.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it'd be Honitsu Dora too, because it looks more like the Honitsu would be in the Manzu.
Sorry, Honitsu Yakutu, my bad.
Yeah. Mm.
And Chris is drawn the 6-pin here. Kind of interesting shapes in Pinzu, but they don't really synergize super well. I guess you could
Alright.
hedge a Chinitsu and go for Chitoi.
Oh, he just goes for the Chinitsu. I was gonna
Yeah.
say I don't mind it too much because like if you don't feel like Claire needs Pinzu, which I don't think she does, you can go for like a very cheap like Itsunomi very often.
Yeah, that's definitely, like, I think then you would cut the 4-pin probably.
Yeah, I would personally cut the 4-pin. Oh, Riichi there
Oh, there's a Riichi.
from Vinny on the 5-man, which is a little bit scary, but I don't think Vinny has much of a choice.
Not an open Riichi either, so maybe he does have some value packing.
Yeah, probably. Generally, my guess would be then he wants Claire to deal in, and like
Yeah.
Claire may feel forced to deal in, considering that she's open twice and probably has something expensive.
Chris got to Ishanten for Chitoi now, able to drop that Genbutsu Forso, and that's going to give Claire another Chi as Calvin drops the 5-man into the Ipatsu.
Yep.
That
Oh,
was
4-man!
Oh, wow.
Okay,
And now
7-man.
7-man Anko. Ooh, this is really tough now.
Wow, what do you cut here? Wait, how did she chi that 5-man? 3, 4, 5, I think?
I can't tell from my current view, but I'll take your word for it.
Oh,
the
9-pin's
going to deal.
Out. Okay, Riichi, Pinfu, Ipeiko, at least.
And then 1 Aka.
Is it 1 Aka? I can't see it, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Plus
Ura.
Ura.
Oh, Haneman.
And is it Tanyao? I can't. No, it's not Tanyao. Yeah.
Because it yelled on the 9-pin. So
wow,
yeah, that's a Haneman. That's
needed.
a really important swing. Oh my god. Wait, that makes this last round a real sweat right now. Calvin's probably a bit comfortable, but can't discount the other players. So as we go into the last round, we have Claire on 24,400, Vinny on 18,000, Chris, I think he's on 24,000. I can't remember. I'm going off of memory. And Calvin in the 36 region. No, 33, sorry. 33-6 region. Just having oh my god, Calvin's got quite a hand.
Absolutely. Very, very fast. Just a Pinfudama or Pinfudora 1. Chris is probably happy with just winning any hand and taking the second place, just needs 400 points, but we've seen that he has a greedy side.
Look, you gotta go for first. You kept saying that, like, you gotta go for first, and this is gonna
No, it's true. It is true. It's a format where you want to go for first.
Yep, drops the 1-pin, makes sense. Yeah, Calvin's hand is, like, pretty solved in terms of where he's going with it. I feel like maybe there's sometimes you might be able to go for Tanyao, but it's not very often. You'd need a very specific draw in the Sozu.
Right.
Chris, I think just trying to figure out how he can get, like, placement up. What are the interesting things here? I think if Vinny Mangan Sumos, he Mangan Sumos into second place, which is really big, like, reprieve from being dead in the water in South 3.
Absolutely. Calvin's hand has kind of gotten into a strange place because he has all these pairs, but he just got the 9 so Dora. I think if he's going to cut it, he should cut it pretty early into the hand. Especially if he's going for the Pinfu. Might even just cut it now, or you can go for the 7-pin.
I reckon you should cut it now. You just don't care about the value, right? Like, oh, okay. But,
like, maybe since it's a league setting, maybe he's trying to go for the Mangan, we'll take the 6-9 pin Riichi. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just going for the placements because it's worth so much.
I agree. I think that's where I'd be inclined to. But like, I guess this one, it's like the same. I guess in terms of raw tile acceptance, like, um, you know, they're very similar to each other. So at least this way, if he draws the 9, so he doesn't have to cut it again. So I guess
That's true.
the other thing. And everyone else looks really slow. Like everyone's first 5 discards are like terminal honors or terminal adjacent. Tempai for Calvin. I imagine he'll Dharma.
Adama, yeah. Just take pin Fudora 1, 6, 9 pin. It'll come out pretty fast.
Yep. I
Hopefully.
reckon so. Yep. Nice 6/9 pin. Will come out of most hands here.
Yeah,
definitely
it doesn't seem.
which is the thing you're happiest about, I suppose.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like Vinny is going for a Honitsu. Oh, just reminding Calvin to make rows of 6.
Sumo Pinfu Dora 1 is 701,300. So quite unfortunately for Claire, she will come third.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a little bit rough. 4-pin draw there for Chris. Still quite cheap as a hand, but so close that he probably wants anything.
Oh, this is the Tadashi a pair from the hand, the 7-pin. Now the 6/9 pin Ryanman looks even less likely if people are tracking that.
Pawn of the Haku.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Pawn of the Haku cuts the Nan. Hard to say what she has, or if she's like Tenpai already. Like it's hard to say if she's in Tenpai, or if she's speeding up because she's
There's the Tenpai. Oh wow.
Oh my god, it is Honitsu. Well, that's kind of
just
savage.
Eats the sticks over there.
That's oh my god, that's a nice hand from Claire. And
Absolutely.
I think she's now in first place by 100 points.
We literally could not see that coming.
Yeah, I was quite surprised by that because I saw an early 1-mon. I'm gonna guess that she maybe didn't need the 1-mon early, and then she cut the 3/5 pin out of her hand because she drew more Manzu later, and then got into Tenpai for it. So
yeah, at the very least, I was gonna say she's probably Tenpai after that pawn because she discarded what I assumed was a quote unquote safe tile after cutting a shape from the hand. But
yeah,
not for that. I didn't expect.
Yeah, definitely for that.
All right, well, that's gonna put Chris in a tough spot if he wants to go for second, though. If he's going for second, he may as well aim for with 1,500 on the table. He'd still need like a Mangan.
Yeah, he definitely would need a Mangan Sumo, but like on the other hand, you could say he only needs a Mangan Sumo. Like it's pretty reasonable to go for one. Like what Riichi Tanya Pinfu tried to hit an Uro.
Dora is the 9-mon. Ooh, he has a little bit of a rough hand there.
Yeah, it's not great.
Maybe upgrades to 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku Tanyo.
8, so draw. For Calvin, Calvin now wants anything, absolutely anything, including another player to sumo like a 300, 500. That's on the board for him. Sorry, not 300, 500, 800, 1K.
Oh, great draw for Chris.
Yep. I'd like to see Chris like make this hand very greedy. Like something that like it gives a solid chance he gets a Mangan. Because I think this is a good case, like
Open
last is
Riichi.
so far away. Yeah, exactly. Like last is so far away, you open re it. If you sumo, you come first kind of thing.
This is all last of the first Hanchan Christian.
So that's a really nice draw. Gets rid of the 9. So I kind of like that. I really like that. Yeah, just go for your Tano.
You can also 1-pin, right?
Yeah, you
Unless
can definitely
you're seeing a faraway Itsu, but
no. Like 1-pin is probably good as well, but I don't hate the 8/9 so like eventually leaving your hand.
Yes, absolutely.
For the Sanshoku.
So Calvin has managed to get Ishanten.
There's that.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Ooh. Now, what do you think? Do you reckon you'll take this tempo or cut something like a
Oh, there we go.
wasn't expect? I thought
Uh,
you might cut the 7
it's a
mark.
it's a little counterproductive because there's no upgrade out of that shape
Yeah.
that doesn't merit just taking tempi. Because the purpose of the 4-4-5 so is to get a pair, but you already had the pair of the 8-pin.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would have liked the 7. I guess with so many 1-mons, it's not great either.
Maybe you can just take the Riichi too because it's a Gari top. It's better than a Kanchandura one.
I think I would dumber it, to be honest, if I'm taking the tempi. You got like quite a few draws that like give you a like just a better weight.
A few, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then you could just sumo it, like just sumo for first place.
Oh, and there's the Riichi from Claire.
From Claire, not letting anyone have a cheap have a cheap win. You got to fight the dealer, and her board doesn't really give that much information. It's like 4 Suji.
Yeah, and Chris is. Oh, he escapes the Ipatsu deal in, but his hand does seem pretty decent. It is a bit far when you're considering you're fighting the dealer Riichi here, but
Yeah, still 2 Shanten. But
I don't think he has any Genbutsu though.
yeah, and if you got nothing, you might as well try to go for first place. 4-man.
One chance to so.
I think
Just gonna
I would have.
hold out.
Oh boy.
And that's two Akkas in the
a big
hand.
one. Yeah, it's at
That's-
least the Mongon.
I see counting on.
Oh god, right, that's 3 Dora. So that's a
I
6.5
guess
KO.
I think so. Yep, that's what
Yeah.
it seems to be, a Haneman.
Oh, yep, 6.5 KO. Yes, and that'll put Claire well in first place.
Now, there's the difference between Chris and Calvin hasn't changed, but the home on the table has. Now there's 3,000 in the pot. Just getting a one-hand direct hit is a swing of 8K. So they're both going to be just fighting to win whatever hand they can get, more or less. This is South 4, repeat 2.
Mm-hmm.
Dora is the 8-so. Once again, folks, normally we would have 2 camera views, but one of the cameras has, for some reason, malfunctioned and is showing no signal, but we'll have that up for you by the start of the second Hanchan.
Yep. All right, so this one is definitely. So Claire can just do whatever she wants, and since it's the league setting, she might just want to rack up as many points as she can, it makes sense. Vinny is in a lot of trouble. It's unless he can get a Mongon direct hit off of either Chris. I think it's just Chris. He'll remain in last, and kind of like in that so doomed region that you might even just go for a 1K hand to end this Hanchan if you think it's like the most DV. Chris has a bit more to play with. So with is it 2 Homber on the board right now?
Yes.
So 3K, he's already got 3K points, and he's only 10K away. So I think like a 1-3-2-6 will be enough for him to get second place. Roughly. Yeah, it'll be enough.
Yeah,
and Calvin.
I mean,
sorry, go on.
Oh no, I forgot about Calvin. Sorry, Calvin.
And yeah, Calvin's just as has been his goal for the past 2 rounds. As has been his goal for the past 2 rounds is just win and leave. Win and leave with your points.
Now, I think considering the overall league standings, the Rinshan Kaibros are down by quite a lot, and so that coupled with Vinny's kind of more ambitious playstyle, I think, is going to lead to him going for probably a Chinitsu or Honitsu here, especially since it's in the Dora suit.
How many rounds are there left in League?
This is the 5th session out of a total of, I want to say, 16. So there's still quite a few to go, but their team is down 200.
I would say with the Uma being so big, and you're only in Hanchan 5 of 16, I don't think you need to be overly ambitious just yet. Like with 50-point Uma, like if you're coming first, you're gaining about 80 points. Like 60 to 80 points on average. So like it's like getting any first places is fine. And there's still like 11 sessions, 22 Hanchans, you know.
I mean, I suppose, but it looks like with the way he's been discarding that he has a potential. He's definitely, even if, we're considering that and going for the damage, the type of player to do that.
Yeah.
So I really don't think we're going to see him go for just 1,000 here, unless he really gets stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Dora from Calvin.
He's already a Shantan.
Twice.
So.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate he got the pair cut like that.
Yeah.
I think we might have even seen a chance for him to take a 5-mon discard the first time, so that way if he enters Tenpai on the 7, so he gets a little more value. But now you're Tenpai.
And I think I like a Riichi here. Like, it just points, I guess. Like, I suppose you don't want to make yourself too easy pickings for Chris, but like Among Us Sumo is really good here. You got a really good weight. Well, okay,
I guess
not really good, but
the
like
weight
good.
the weight is good insofar that it's a Ryanman, yeah, but it's also right next to the Dora. Vinny might be hogging, so I don't hate the Dama either, even though I am more of a person as well, and I would probably Riichi this.
Yeah, but I think like my thinking is that this is only a 2-han hand right now. It's just pin for Dora 1.
Yeah, second place. Are you going to catch first place with this Riichi?
No. I'm not saying for first place catching. I'm saying just for value, like going up to, because if you Sumo, right, Sumo pin for Dora 1 is like 2,700.
Yeah.
Versus like a Riichi Sumo pin for Dora 1, maybe you hit an Ura, like it's just so much value in it that like.
Oh, there's also 3,000 in the middle too, so I think he's just prioritizing the win rate in the second row. Seems fairly standard. And if he's really lucky, he gets the upgrade of the 4-pin to Company Peiko Dora 1. So I really don't hate the Dama as much. I'm pretty fervent against Damas most. I can.
Yeah, I think it's just leaving a few points on the table. But like it's a lot easier to get it out of like Claire or Vinny if you Dama. So like I feel like
take the tile. Okay.
Chris is making the same decision no matter what, I think. Like whether you're Dama, whether you're Riichi, Chris is just.
Yeah.
Looks like Claire's out with that hey. It could have been a kept safe tile. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but her last row of discards has been fairly pedestrian, other than maybe the 6-0.
Oh, cuts the 1-pin instead of the 4-pin.
Oh, that's
papers.
Maybe he's scared to drop the 4-pin. But it might have also just been an oversight. And judging by the Dama, maybe it was just that he was scared to drop it because he's in a situation now to directly deal into Chris for like a Tanya Dora 2.
Yeah. So Chris Ishantin right now for Tanya. Well, depends on what he gets. Could be Tanya Dora 2, could be Tanya Dora 3.
Only 1/8 left from what we can see, though. There's kind of like a fake mini Sanchoku Doko if he gets the 8, so.
As we reach the end, I highly doubt Claire's in Tenpai, so I think these are the final tiles each player gets. Is 1K, 2K enough to overtake? It'll become a 2K, 3K. And that's like 7 plus 2, 9. No, I think, if I'm not miscounting, Calvin will be safe on a Tanya Dora 2 sumo from Chris.
Yeah, he'd be short by 400 points, I think.
Yeah,
Something,
he'd be
something
short.
around that.
Yeah, I think he'd be short about 400.
If we have a Riichi here, though, there we go. A little bit of lag
open
here on my
read
end.
on 6-0. Ah. Okay.
Yeah, there's the open reach, and now if the 1K, 2K sumo
Yeah, now he's
happens, well, that's unfortunately going to cap Chris's value because he can't discard the 6-0. So now he can't have the pair of the Dora. His hand is capped at Tanya Dora 1.
Aka 5 so cut. Aka 5 so draw there for Calvin. Now is in Pinfu Dora 2 Tempai. She from Claire dropping the 9 pin. Kind of looks like an Inpatsu break.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Looks more likely that it's Inpatsu break. 1-1 is safe.
It's very safe looking, yeah. And now, yeah, playing safe. Oh, there we go.
Awesome. There we go. Pin Fedora 2. 39 plus 3K is 6,900. And that will...
Nice.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't know if I was allowed to.
So I think Michael was saying Chris does have 2 Dora, but because the open Riichi was on the 6-0 weight, unless he dismantled his Ryanmen shape for Tempai on a Tanki and the Pinzu, then he can't use both Dora, and it would have to be a 5-pin Tanki to use both.
Yeah. All right, and that ends our first Hanchan. We end with, I'm trying to do by seat ordering. I think Vinny was first dealer. Vinny on minus 8,400. Chris on 17,500 in third place. Calvin in second place on 35,000. And Claire in first place on, I lost it before she took out her points. 50 something. I think 55.9, something around that.
Absolutely massive Hanemon there for her.
Yeah, her dealership launched her up, and it's gonna be a nice little bank of plus 75-ish, something like that.
Yeah, I think that should definitely put her team into the positives. All right, we're gonna have a short break before game 2. We're going to try and get our technicians on that camera issue.
Yep, and we'll see you guys after the break.
If they were going to Mitsuwa, which is this kind of shopping complex
Very good. All right, cool. Eric, I'll let you lead.
All right, welcome back, folks. We're back for Hanchan number 2's 5th Nomi League session, featuring Calvin from the Brooklyn Sours, Claire from the Peregrine FalKANs, Chris from the Opie Dopes, and Vinny from the Rinshan. Of course, once again, I'm joined by Jay from Australia.
Oh.
Hello, hello. Well, we have quite a impromptu camera switch here because one of the cameras lost connection and the other had battery issues. So it's kind of a little bit cobbled together, but we'll make the best of it as we can. Calvin is our starting dealer here, followed by Claire as south, Chris as west, and Vinny as north.
So Vinny, we see, has a pair of chuns, so could try to end this hand quickly. Calvin's hand it's not bad. It doesn't feel that great either. Claire's hand is pretty good. And Chris's hand is okay. Everyone's got like very mediocre to good hands.
Yeah. Where Vinny has the Yakuhai, everyone else has at least one Dora, and there's a second one.
Yep. Okay. I think Calvin's hand is getting a little better now. All right.
Definitely.
So Chris, with now a decision, I would imagine he cut the one so here.
I'd agree.
Oh, no, 1 instead.
All right.
Draw. Yeah, why not? Fun. Yeah, it's not really too much to comment with this hand. I guess it's like how greedy do the players get? So like with Calvin has a decision whether or not he wants to just go for like Tanya Dora 2. Or maybe even pawn off the Dora and might get a little awkward on the 7-8 pin, but it's kind of a good hand no matter what, so a bit hard to see him doing that. The 9-so gets drawn, and Chris does not like to cut the 1-so, but cuts the 2-man. So, not really sure.
Well, the 2-so is the Dora, but
You have the 4-so already.
you can still use it with the 4-so.
Yeah.
Maybe the thought is accepting a second Dora a little more easily. But
I feel like
even then, you can still
get rid of the 1-so and maybe like slim down one of your pairs in the other shapes. If you draw another Dora, that is. Let's see. I think Claire's hand's probably the best one out of everyone here because it's just got so many established shapes, and it's like a.
But there's Ishanten for Chris.
Yeah, that's a nice draw from Chris. Yep, nice Ishanten there. How many pays do we see on the board? 2. Wait, is it 2 already or 1 already?
I believe that's 1 already.
Yeah, okay, so it's a pretty good hand. Chi from Calvin. So Calvin is electing going from the Tanya or Dora 2 path.
So Chris rejects the Furiten Ryuanmen. So I think in this case, I definitely like the idea of keeping it. Because if you drop the 6-mon, you can still take the Con 5-mon if you'd like. The problem then is that you lose the effective Shampon on the north and 6-mon, which is probably the weight that you'll end up taking here if you drop the 6-9 pin first.
And that was an interesting. Yeah, so 2-so does come out of Chris's hand. Calvin's already like Ishanten for Tanya Dora 3, not Dora 2, but I think that's a 9 pin.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh, I'd actually like to throw it back, kind of.
No, yeah. So if someone like gives you the 6-pin,
It's the 6-pin, yeah, and then I don't have to worry about Quikai.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I
to take
agree.
Tenpai here, going into second res dealer is also admittable. I think
think
if his 9-mon had been like a middle tile instead, then I would definitely break the Tenpai.
Yeah.
Like this, though. Oh, he's
I'll go
actually going to break it
5-mon.
all together. I wonder...
Ooh. Wonder why.
Maybe the thought here is the 108 Itsu. But the 1-pin is all gone, and he'd be for A10, so...
Yeah.
Got
It's
a little too hopeful.
Yeah, and kind of loses the ability to Tenpai with Yaku, like, easily. At least before, all you needed was like a 6-pin, but now you need a lot. 5-pin draw. Claire still is Shanten. Chris 5-star draw. Chris is still a Shanten.
Yeah, he's been waiting for a little while now, but his Manzu shape is pretty weak.
Yep. 9-pin. Not very useful. Cuts the 6 mark, is a little bit more dangerous. 3-star, Riichi for Claire, waiting on the 3-6 mon. Probably one of the better ones for sure. Riichi Dora 1.
Now, if Chris draws a 5-mon here... Oh, he draws the 7-mon, I think.
Yep. And that's
Like,
gonna
does he
be
hear the voice in my head saying, man, that 4-mon looks dangerous, and discard the North pair instead? Or even the Suji, or... He's thinking hard.
Yeah, I
He
think
knows I'm commentating. Yes,
Yep,
very
yep.
good, Chris.
Buy it. Chun comes out from Vinny, makes sense. How much will Calvin push this K10 right now? Well, definitely none will come out.
And no Ipatsu.
No Patsu
Okay.
Chi on the 8-mon.
Cool.
Chris also going for K10.
Yeah, and then you have the 8-pin Genbutsu, or Tenpai on the 7-pin Tonki. Oh. Oh, well, it is Genbutsu, but it always feels bad to be dropping it.
All right, well,
And
nice simmer. Riichi Simmer Dora 1. Yep, Riichi Simmer Dora 1, 1K, 2K. Nice way to start the Hanchan.
no Urasan on this.
Just not unlucky. You know, sometimes you have to deal with being so unlucky to not hit Urasan. You know, it just is what it is.
So we move into East 2 now. Dora is the Tuso again.
Yep.
Looks like Claire's starting hand has
Oh my god.
wow, it's really
Wow.
strong.
It's really strong. Really strong
Yeah.
2 Dora already. Like that's pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
and I believe it's already 2 Shanten
And like a good 2
from
Shanten.
Pinfu Dora too, yeah.
Yeah. Good hand.
Chris, on the other hand, does have a nice Dora Ryeonmen, but a lot of disjointed honors.
Yep.
And then, of course, you got it. I switched tabs accidentally.
I was gonna say Vinny's hand is a little bit awkward as well. It does draw into that nice shape, and Calvin's hand is also fairly awkward. So this is kind of Claire's hand for sure, considering how efficient it is compared to everyone else. 6-mon draw.
She just, yeah, 6-mon draw. Perfect Ishanten this early.
I think the funniest draws in this context for Claire is a 1-pin draw. Kind of just always feels, it always feels just a little bit bad. But hard to reject an early Ramen or a 1 Tenpai if you get there.
For sure.
Yeah, Chris doesn't really have too much going on, especially with those 4 disjointed honors. Similar narrative for Vinny. Calvin.
It's just really hard to see these other hands in a positive light when you see Claire discarding Dora on turn 4 with this perfect Ishanten for 3 hot or more.
It's pretty rough, to say the least.
Oh, well, there's a Kansu. He's gonna hold it for now.
Also draws nice for Calvin as well. If Calvin can get that 3-mon off, his hand becomes a lot less awkward. Like, significantly less awkward. 4-pin draw is really good for Chris. Chris is catching. Everyone's catching up. Chun pair as well.
Yeah. I was wondering if he's gonna Sakigiri the 5-mon there and just keep the safe honor since his hand is still pretty weak and he already has good shapes.
Yeah, that's a good point. ton. Doesn't choose to get rid of the like 4-pin for a ton. I guess she just wants the enter tempai no matter what.
Yeah, since she has a Mongon class hand, seems fine. I mean, it's sad because you will lose the door on the one in draws, but I imagine we might see it go in the next couple of turns, though.
Maybe. This has gotten a lot more interesting now that everyone's been allowed to catch up. Like, you kind of look at Calvin's hands, like Sun Trigger Chance. Tanya Sun Trigger Chance is pretty good, especially if that's a 6. It's not a 6-mon. I kind of wanted it to be. Also, gets rid of the
All right,
one
the
slide.
slide.
Yeah, fair enough. Aka 5 so for Chris. Oh my god. Gets rid
Now,
of the
I'm not
chip.
saying it's the right move if you're Claire, but now without that one, so if you're Claire and you draw the 4-pin, there's even the option to pass tempai and discard the 1-pin pair. And you have the very strong 4-4-5-pin shape of 4-4-4-5-pin San Menchan plus Ryan Menyushanten that you can call for 52.
I think I'd like it if it were like turn 3 and you were doing that, but because it's so
Oh,
late,
yeah.
you're never really. It's never.
Yeah, I always am just going to jam it at this point, unless the 5-pin looks unpassable. Okay,
Oh
yep,
my
there we
god!
go.
Okay.
No thought
Okay.
for the Dama here, just straight into the dealer tempai. And it makes sense in this format. The points are still relatively flat. You're the dealer. The Homba make it really hard to hold a lead. So just go for the high value. I think the Dama is fine too.
Yeah,
I
really
think I like the Dama because it's a class C run and 3-6 pin. You don't expect people to really push it easily, and you have so much of the value on the table.
Claire, put your towel sideways. Claire, you're Riichi. Wait, is she Riichi?
Luckily, we don't invalidate. Yeah, she did Riichi.
Okay, I was like sandy checking myself. I do see the stick. Okay.
We don't have like the booming M League. Oh, there we go.
There we
Voice
go.
to tell them when they're making penalties or anything, but that'd be pretty funny.
Vinny now in Tempai, Ipeiko Nomi on the 7 so. How many 7 so's are there left? Like 1? But it's Claire's Genbutsu, so it could come out.
Yeah. Still in the wall for now.
6-pin drawn by Chris. Chris does choose to cut the 3-mon for a little bit of safety.
South. Okay.
Ooh, this is nerve-wracking.
5, so yeah.
Yep, comes out. Oh, 9-pinner. Oh, okay, let's see.
All right.
5-mon does leave. Not the safest tile in the world, but
Oh, what is this? 4-pin.
open is
Close,
safe.
but
Vinny can keep his tempai. Okay, doesn't choose to.
that's 4. Oh, yeah, it is safe. Maybe he just doesn't see the chi.
Yeah. Oh, chi on that and cuts the 6-pin, which is gonna deal into a
Oh, that's rough.
Reach pin
Yeah,
through
it's
3 at least.
Yep, that's Reach Pin Fedora 3. Yeah, and that's especially rough because you take a risk there and you're also you're still Otozuki. You can't win on the ones. Tempai.
That
Against
looks like
the dealer Riichi.
Like
I'd
without
be
even
pretty scared.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good hand without even knowing what it is with unsorted. That's a really good hand. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's definitely carrying over some of that momentum previous game. These big hands. Dora 2? Yeah.
It's not really opening up with anything good. 1 3-pin for the Dora acceptance, but not something great. We look over in Vinny's hand. Ooh.
I think this can probably contest the dealer. 2-3-4 Sanshoku. It lacks some of the speed that Claire has, but
yeah, definitely a contestable hand. This one, on that 8-so draw, you could just shut out.
Yeah, shut it down. Take your 1500 in the Honda.
Yep, and just walk off. Don't let more Mongans come through. 7-pin draw for Chris as well. Yeah, these slow hands are speeding up. 3-pin.
3-pin draw. Not a direct move forward, but it does help with the efficiency.
Yeah, and if you draw a 2-pin, you've got a Hanuman
Oh
chance.
god, that would be so dirty.
Yeah. Let's see. 5-pin, not that much of a help to Vinny, but well, yeah, it's red, I think. So I think that's the important part.
Oh yeah, there's our pawn.
Here for Chris. Nice. Oh, yep. Good.
Oh,
Right person. Yep. Yep.
almost
Oh.
master plan to put Claire in for a 10 for the tune.
Oh no. Yeah, Chris is looking to show out this hand cheaply with a 2k plus the 1500 in the middle. 1 man is an amazing one. Makes Claire get rid of the Aka 5 so before the 3-pin.
Not 7 mon.
I think
or
I would have preferred
3-pin.
3-pin. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're thinking
Well,
they're both
3-pin. I guess she's like really hoping for that 2-pin draw here.
Yeah.
My
I feel
only
like
thing is the 5 so is guaranteed value, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. But then the 5 so has that 3 so like walled off. So like if you draw 4 so, you're not. Oh no, but you're in Totsu, aren't you?
Yeah, and if you just drop the 3-pin and you draw the 4 so, then you're. Yeah.
Or even this in this case, where if you drop the 3-pin and now you're winning on the 4-5 so.
Yeah, and now you're Tenpai, but it's just on the 3-pin. So gonna keep that 3-pin still, looking for those upgrades to maybe Pinfui Pekodor too.
Yep, seems like it. So Claire is currently Dama 10 for just Dora 2, no Yaku. Calvin 9 so draw, not too much of a help.
Oh, there's a pawn.
Drop the 3-1, which gets pawned away. Vinny, are they in Tenpai? Yeah, Tenpai for the Tanya Dora 1 on a 4-pin. And I see like 1 4-pin. Oh my god,
here's a West Tonki. Oh no. It's already furry 10, yeah.
Oh, it's furry 10? Never mind.
It's completely dead. I guess. That would be quite a funny mistake though.
Be pure vibes.
I know. We both just saw it and the neurons activated. We're like, oh no.
I think we both like Jigoku Tonkies. 4-pin
Oh, there's
draw
a 4-pin.
which is nice. More options now.
Oh, Anko of the Hatsu here. So do you drop the 9 so and take the perfect Ishan 10, or do you drop the 7 8 so and lock in the 2 4-pin?
Or
just gonna
Hatsu to play safe, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so. So if you're not gonna push the 9 so, then you're probably just giving up on this hand. Oh, and there's the Riichi.
On the 9 so Tonki. Interesting.
So now it's actually become a threat. Whereas the previous turn it was safe.
Interesting.
Yeah, Riichi Dora 1.
Maybe she has a read that the 9 so is.
Or she discarded the red 5 on turn 4.
I feel like the red 5 comes out of a 7-8 so shape sometimes.
No. Not with Claire.
Ah, I see.
Claire is a greed lord for the red 5s. She lives on them.
So. 8 so will make 9 so usable for Calvin right now.
Unless, well, yeah, you just do the Hatsu. Eventually he might do 8 so, but.
Oh, see what happens. I'm kind of curious, to be honest. Still 1 9 so, and she gets the last 9 so. Oh my god, Riichi Sumo
Dora 1 and.
Oh, no, Dora 1. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, no Ura.
So with the 2 Ankos, I'm pretty sure it's like 40. Sorry, not 48 all. What's the one before it? 24 all? No, probably not. Reached Sumo.
Oh, 26 all plus the Honba.
26 all. Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Because it's 1326 is non-dealer, so
yeah,
26 all. Yeah.
I thought it went up to
plus 500 all.
Thought it might have gone up to 50 on Sumo. Wait, let me think. 22, 30.
Well,
No, definitely not. No, you need more. Yep.
no, it's short. If the other Anko was a terminal, yeah.
But yeah, nice hand for Claire. 3,100 all. Puts her well in the lead as we go into East 2.
East 2, repeat 2. And this is where the home bar is starting to up. Dora is the South. Claire has one of those. Though it's pretty well isolated, hard for her to use. The hand is definitely not as magnificent as the others. So starts with a standard Haku. Looks like Chris's hand, kind of similar to the previous one, lacks speed, but here we can see a little bit more Tanya potential.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't count on it, but it looks like Vinny's hand is very disjointed as well. Also stuck with the lone door, and so is Calvin, but he pairs it up on the very first draw. Maybe routes for Chanta here if he wants to pawn the Dora. It would take quite a lot of forcing. You'd have to drop the 4-5 pin, which doesn't feel great.
Chris has gotten a really nice draw on that 4-man. Progresses towards like a Tanyao, especially with 3k in the middle. 3-man draw. That's good for Claire. 1-pin draw. I don't know. I find these ones hard to commentate. Kind of just people hoping to progress, but everyone got pretty awkward hand.
And right now, if we take a second to look at the score situation, I mean, obviously behind by a little bit more, but second and third are neck and neck, and he is certainly not out of it. He has 2 more dealerships to go. There's 3,000 in the middle if he can squeak a Tanya out here. There's even some shifts for 3-4-5 Sanchoku with his hand pin.
Yeah, potentially. Eight pin's a nice draw for Chris. Will allow him to go for Tanya a little bit easier. A little bit more easily, sorry. Excuse my grammar.
Calvin's hand is pretty static after that first exciting south draw. Now Claire is going to draw into one side of that Nakabukure shape.
Yep, does cut this off.
Oh, this is a nice draw. So now, which pair do we cut?
Which pair?
The 8-pin is once out.
Yeah, 8-pin is once out, and I guess with the 7-man, you can always draw 6-man and get a really gorgeous summon Chan.
Yeah, this is a case where if I get Tenpai and I'm on the Shampon, I'm going to... There's already 3,000 in the middle. Many weight upgrades. Around the 7-so and the 7-man.
That is fair.
All right, Vinny making some good shapes here. Has that awkward 7-pin to deal with, and his hand is still kind of far away, but he can force a Tanyo now. Oh, is that a 7-man? It is. So we'll probably see the Riichi here, 2-5-so.
Yep, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Riichi Tanyo.
Reach Tanyo, and with 3k in the middle, it's going to be a nice little boost to the points if you can get it off.
There's 5 left in the wall, I think,
including the Aka.
Including the Aka.
Let's go, Ipatsu. No.
Oh, just missed it.
That's sad. Oh. No. 3-man draw for Calvin. Calvin's stuck in an awkward situation where the hand is not so cheap, but he needs a lot before he gets into Tenpai. Yeah, Claire seems to be washing along the 1-2.
Yeah, a little bit of a fumble there.
I'm sorry that.
Oh, there's one of the 5s.
Brings us down to 4 left.
The red is still in there.
Red is still in there. Aka 5.
Not that one. that is certainly a little bit of a value bump. Oh,
cuts
South Dora is
more.
out.
Yep. Probably figures it's too late for his hand. Nice 5-so draw. Not red.
Okay.
Not red. Oh.
Read Sumo
Oh.
Tanyao. We'll see if he hits Ura in a second. All right. There we go. Nice hand.
No.
And
Gets rid of the wrong
none.
side.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
You know,
it's rid of the wrong side. Yeah,
if you
should have
get rid of the
done.
7 mon, you get rid of the wrong side too. So the only way around happens. So, but yeah, with this home ball, you're really not upset.
Yeah, absolutely not. So that's a nice 1k, 2k plus 1k all. So it brings us to 2k, 3k. Nice point bump there for Chris. Will put him pretty even compared to the other 3 players that aren't Claire. Sorry, the other 2 players that aren't Claire. As we go into East 3, Dora is the 6 pin. Can't quite see Chris's hand just yet. It looks good. It looks really good. Oh my god, that looks amazing. We got the completed shape in the 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 pin. Awkward shapes in the Manzu, but it's, they're shapes. Yeah, it's a really good hand.
Maybe 8-pin discard to start out with, or just gonna cut from the weak shape and try and get rid of it.
Cuts the 1 mon. It's a little surprising. I feel like you'd want to keep that pair because even if you're using the 8-pin to connect to the 6-pin, or I think that's a 6-er at the very end. It's pretty good.
I think so, yeah. I think the 8-pin is floating enough, but maybe he has dreams of Itsu, and now this kind of makes that decision worth it. He's gonna cut out the... Oh. Interesting.
Yep. So not much going on Vinny's hand. Just he's like a completed shape. Oh, never mind. That's actually a lot better after his hand to disappear from the left hand
I think he probably... I would have liked for him to keep the 7-pin so he can draw the Dora into Arianman and replace the 2-4, so yeah.
Nice.
As is, prioritizing safety.
Yep. Calvin's hand's looking pretty good as well, especially on that second Dora draw. Can open it up for like a Tanya Dora 2. Claire's hand is looking pretty good as well, but it's a little bit awkward on the 7-9 mon and the Shah pair. That's not her wind and the 9 so's. Yeah.
Oh, stretched out shape here. 5, so...
Does get rid of the 5, so.
Alright.
Pay drawn from Claire. Claire choosing to get rid of the 9, so try to call the pay and maybe end the hand quickly.
What do you think? I guess, yeah, 9 so makes sense. I was gonna say maybe it's also an option if you just want to pawn and have good shapes or a good chabo at the end. But
yeah,
I guess with this 9 so you by breaking it like this, you can still get a 7-8-9 Sanshoku potentially.
I don't mind cutting the 9-7 mon, especially if you're ahead, you just want to win. That's a really gorgeous 6-pin draw from Chris. Oh my god. That's like, you reckon he'll get mentioned? Can you imagine how disgusting?
Yeah, if he starts calling for it, surely.
No, like mention, like just closed.
Oh, mention. It is really wide. It's a very flexible shape right now.
It's like almost every Pinzu.
Can we keep this tune?
Oh
no. All right, I guess there is a single tune out right now. I don't know. I think I'd keep around the Honitsu chances as well. One thing is, even if you're going for the Chun,
sorry, your voice
longer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying,
let's get that.
Yeah, I think you just have to 3-so and take the really wide headless.
That's like a Hanuman, right? Reach Pinfu Dora 3 Tsumo.
Yeah, Ritsumo Pinfu Dora 3. And is this pawn going to give him the Tenpai? Yes.
Oh, I think that's Tenpai. Oh no, he got
he's going for it.
He's so greedy.
No, it wasn't Tenpai anyway. Oh no, it is. It's 6-0 Tanki. And he can run too because it's Ipeiko.
Oh shoot! I thought there was a ramen Tenpai somewhere there.
Yeah, I think he drew into the 3-6 Oh, okay. Switch to the Hakutanki and Dama because you can still upgrade.
Oh no, don't switch.
Wow. Wait, is there one out perhaps? No, I don't
No,
think
there's
so.
not now. Okay, Tenpai there for Vinny.
Oh
on
no,
the-
it's a 3-so Kanchan. Oh wait,
What?
no, he already
No,
dropped 3-so. Never
fine.
mind.
He's already
Sorry.
done 3-so. He's fine. We're all good. How many 3-sos are there left though?
Oh, there's the one that Chris discarded. There's one that Claire discarded. I think, yeah, Calvin has one. There's one left.
There's one left. One's all you need.
Chris, though, gets Menchin Tenpai in any Pinzu draw.
That's kind of terrifying. I think
It
there are.
is.
What is your weight if you draw a 9-pin? I don't even know what your weight is. 1, 2, 3.
I'd have to take a look. I mean, Calvin's Tenpai here. He's deciding whether he wants to push this half Suji form on. He does.
He does.
Waiting on
No
2-6
Riichi
pin.
though. Yeah. Because he's already got
No.
Tanya.
Oh, there's Tenpai.
Oh
no.
no!
There's the deal-in tile, but yeah.
Oh no! So tragic.
Riichi Nomi.
Riichi Nomi is all you need. I think that's only
It's kind of, if I'm
true.
being honest, that was a really ambitious 2 of the 3-so out.
I agree. It should be 1,300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
quite
definitely, as Chris would have taken the Hakutanki, I'll be happy with that run. Because that's Menhoni Peiko Dora 1.
It's also just safer.
Yeah.
You're not holding onto a 6 so that that a lot of people can use very conveniently. But yep, Vinny manages to shut it down.
In the end, you'll deal in either way, but
Yes. In the end, you'll deal in either way. But actually, yeah, no, you'd be dumb ringing. I wonder if you Riichi. No, probably not. Seems greedy. All right, looking at Vinny's hand, looks good. Got the 1, 2, 3 pin, 6, 7 pin. I think that's a 7-so as well. Yeah, it's a nice hand from him, especially on that 8-so draw. That's very good. Calvin's got a few shapes going on. We'll see what his first draw is.
Pair of the Dora.
That's pretty good. Claire draws the Aka 5 pin to fill out her round card, which is pretty good. And Chris has a hand that's almost complete.
Yeah, Chris is currently in 2 Shanten. Could be a Riichi Pinfu Dora 1.
Yeah.
Maybe an Ipeiko. Oh, no, probably not an Ipeiko, but
could be Dora 2
could be.
if he gets the 6-0. Oh, that's...
Oh, wow. Just 2-so.
Yeah, he definitely dropped a 2-so here.
Yeah, give yourself that chance to swap over to the Runmen.
Yep. 2-so Chi there from Vinny. Vinny definitely just wants to win this hand. Will be headless though once he pawns the Haku, unless he chooses to get rid of the 3-pin, 1-pin.
Oh, what is... Oh, okay. So I guess he's planning to use the 2-pin as the pair. Keep the double ton.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting. I guess my monkey brain was kind of seeing shifts to Chanta and just discarding the 2-pin, but...
Could work. Just feel it's fairly awkward though, I think is the problem. 8-man draw is awkward for
this is
Chris.
Tenpai.
No, it's still a Shanten for Chris.
Is that 2-man draw?
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought it was an 8-man.
It's a little blurry on the end, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yep, you're right. 5, 8-pin, Riichi Pinfu.
Looks like there's currently 5 of those left in the wall. Early Riichi.
Aka 5, no good though. Ipatsuma? Nope.
Oh, close.
It's got the right aura.
Just give him a couple turns. Wow, and a long Suji push of the 3-pin.
Unfortunately for Vinny, there's 3 Suji available on... Sorry. Yeah, 3 Suji available on Chris's end, so there's not enough information to fold well.
No, absolutely not.
6-pin draw. Ugh. 5 pin, loses one of the weights. Claire looks like she's just going to play safe, keep her points, keep her lead. 4-man draw is nice for Vinny. Could actually push this hand now. Does need a Haku to come out, which doesn't look all too likely, considering Calvin. Well, you need to grab the one from the wall. Calvin's got quite a few foldable tiles.
All right, 8-pin draw. It's gonna work around with the 7/8, so both of which are safe. You give up a door like that, but the 7/8 pin doesn't look super comfy.
No, it does not. Vinny. Okay, Vinny cuts the 7/8, so. Wondering where this last Haku is. Which will make it interesting if Vinny will want to play it or not. Oh.
All right, Claire goes for the half Suji 1 chance. And that'll actually clear Vinny to force Otanki if he wants to.
Ooh, what did he draw?
What did he draw?
Hatsu.
Hatsu.
Three pins still. Oh gosh, where's this Haku? Okay, what did Vinny get? It's quite awkward that Vinny is a righty and Calvin's a lefty. So we
Oh yeah, if they were just swap them.
swap them.
But then we'd have to fix the positions and
No.
people would have objections.
Yeah, no, it's fair. That's fair. No actual complaints. It's just fun. I just found it fun.
No, for sure.
Every time
Yeah.
it goes on this camera, we're like, what did they draw? What did they draw? Okay, 4-so does give clearance to Vinny, and the 1-so probably look relatively safe. Gosh. I feel like, yeah, so Claire's been drawing all the 5/8 pins, so kind of ruining Chris's fun. I think actually 5/8 pin's dead now. It died in the process.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, because Vinny has one of the 8 pins, Calvin has a 5/8 pin, and then Claire has 3 of the 5 pins and 2 of the 8 pins.
Yep. It is dead. Unfortunately, Chris cannot win. Well, sorry, cannot sumo. They will need one of these players to cut it. But Claire doesn't look like she's cutting it. Calvin doesn't look like he's cutting it. Best shot would be Vinny, but it's hard to imagine how Vinny cuts the 8 pin.
Yeah, I can't see it happening.
No, it seems pretty hard. Fold.
All right, last 4 draws here.
Yep. See if Vinny gets into Tempai. And he does not. Unfortunate, because that is actually pretty rough, not being able to keep a yellow ship.
Oh, there's the Haku at the last second.
Alrighty, and that will be Ryukoku. So that is 1,000 points from everybody. I think I just saw Claire like chuckle really loudly when she saw the 5/8 pin weight.
Probably. Calvin has the deal now.
Yeah, and we move into South 1. South 1, Homba 1 with 2,500 in the middle. What does Calvin's hand look like? It is good, maybe? Hard to say.
It's fairly good. It doesn't.
Oh, it's an 8 pin. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not packing a lot of value yet.
Value, you don't need it. Like, you don't need a lot of value. If it's
Yeah.
fast, get that early Riichi in. That'd be good. Claire's hand is looking pretty good. Never mind. I thought that was a 2-man.
Chris makes a nice draw of the 2-so.
That's a really good draw in the 2-so. And Vinny draws the 7-pin, which will make a shape in the 7-9 pin, but not a shape you want. 1-pin draw is really nice for Calvin. Completes a shape, adds a lot of value here, puts him into Ishan 10, really wants a 7-so draw. Still, it's only 2 7-sos left in the wall, but also has enough time to be able to get out of it and draw maybe a 3-so or something like that. Or a 5-so. That works too. That works too. That definitely works. Yep.
Just 9-so here.
Yep. That's good. Calvin's hand is getting a little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. It's going places.
It's fast, right? Like, imagine Calvin like just draws into 10 by the 4-7 mod. What? Like 1-so, 9-so, 8-so? That's not ideal. That's the 8-so though. So loses the ability to temp high on his 7-so draw, which he probably didn't want. Or on a 5-6 mon draw, which he might have wanted, maybe?
I guess it would be a Riichi Nomi. Oh no, Riichi Dora 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Riichi Dora 1.
And
7-mon draw there for Chris.
some like... Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he reads the 2-so is more likely to... Well, it was Sumogiri, so it was in the wall, but... But now... Oh, still... I don't know. I don't know what to think about this 2-so. I don't think you're really hoping to pair it up.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I think I'd rather keep the safety of the twice cut east, but...
1-mon draw was actually really nice for Chris. Puts him into a solid-ish Shanten. Like, Riichi pin through Dora 1, maybe Dora 2.
Oh, we've regained the 7-so acceptance if we keep this to drop the 2-so here.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, what? You didn't cut the 2-so?
Still... Yeah, I don't know what the attachment is to it here. As dealer, I think you should just be playing aggressively.
I agree.
Maybe the thought is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a Sun Hanchan, but you're really shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, there we go. 3608.
Yep. Inside temp highing on the same thing. Does take the Riichi pin for Dora 1. Very standard Riichi. Chris is probably the most likely to push into this one, considering he's got a pretty premium hand.
Yeah, but he can accept it to temp high. He can even end on... Cool.
Open Riichi on the same weight, and then you sumo it in front of their eyes.
Oh my god.
Well, maximum damage.
Oh, 6-pin here is tough, but you have a really good hand, so...
I think I would have preferred a 3-man just to cut one less Suji. Not saying you don't both, just saying 3-man instead of 6-pin. And yep, Claire looks like she's folding. What does Chris get?
Oh, one turn too late.
5-pin.
Wow, right in.
Wow, just sends it out.
That one is a little more aggressive. I think that definitely 3-man. Then if you draw the 4-pin, you know, you have a Dora, even though you didn't draw the 1.
I just noticed that if Calvin had waited on the 2-so Tanki, it would have a Patsu mode.
Oh, here's Tenpai for Chris, I think. Unless that's a 9-so. It's just going to chase here on 1 4-pin.
Oh, it's an open re on the 1 4-pin?
Yes.
Okay,
so
nice.
I guess the thought here is probably that no one is going to be dropping that in either anyway. So he may as well go for the... Oh, no. About to swing it right in front of their face, but not like that.
So 2,600 all plus the 1 home buys, 3,100 all. Right? I didn't miscount that, did I?
There are some funny numbers going around, but... Oh, is it Reach Sumo Pin Fudora 1 is 26 all plus 500 all.
Yeah, so it's 300,
31, yeah. Yeah.
Sure. That's a nice little boost to Calvin's points, and he will get pretty close to. Oh, never mind. Wait, has he put everything in his tray yet? Can't tell.
Just about now. Yeah, check light's gone on, 28-2.
No, not that close. Pretty close, but not that close. Oh my god. Wait. That looks really good. Wait, that looks amazing from Calvin. Yeah, got the 1-2 pin, got a completed shape in the Manzu. What does he draw? Okay,
Oh, one
that's
pin.
pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, Calvin
Dora
wakes up.
is the 9. Is it
Yeah,
the 9 mana? Okay.
yeah, Dora's the 9-mon. It's a cheap hand, unless you can get that 9-mon, but it's fast, which is probably the preferred thing in this context. Vinny's a little bit awkward. He does have an Arca 5-mon, which is good. Claire,
Oh,
awkward
Dora
pension.
too.
Has Dora too, though, so he was keeping the Yakuhai to be able to pawn it. Chris, few completed shapes, and they got the round in the 7-8 pin, but 7-9 so's
Oh.
hard.
Yeah, that Hatsudra is going to enable Vinny's hand to just shed away that awkwardness. You just get the 7 pin and you're pretty good.
Yeah, get the 7 pin, get out of here. Live to fight another day. Not that you can bankrupt, but you know what I mean. 8 star draw is really nice for Chris. Probably the
Oh, there we go.
best
There's a 7 pin.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Right on time.
Nice shape and value expansion with that red 5-pin draw from Claire. And now a 3-mon draw, I want to say, for Chris.
Yep.
Lots
nice.
of really nice shapes.
Yeah.
And he's one away, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one away. You end up on a fairly awkward Tanki.
A Shatanki.
Yeah. But
It's
just
a once drop, right?
on your value a little bit. I think I would prefer going for a Pinfu here, just to put something in the, some sort of value.
Oh yeah, you'd love to draw the 4-mon if you can. I just don't think 4-pin makes for a great Tanki anyway. But yeah, 4-mon here plays a bigger role in giving you that Dora. Sorry, the Rianmen acceptance. If you draw 7-8 pin, it's really nice.
I was gonna say that with the 4-pin, if you draw like the Aka 5-pin or a 3-pin, you can get rid of the 3-5 mon. Because the issue with the Kutsuki is that you end up with Tankis sometimes, whereas you can close it off for yourself. It's like less acceptance, but you're never awkward. Seven-mon draw is
And there-
amazing for Calvin.
Tempai, yeah, 5-8-mon, 1-pin weight.
Yeah, 5-8-mon, 1-pin. I think it's really good, especially with the 3 2-pins in your hands.
Mhm.
You're like,
You could take a
often
6-pin Tanki for Chitoy, but
oh, please don't.
oh, he
Whoa,
does.
what?
He's gonna go to change it out. If you get the 3-pin draw here, you can have Yuan Pig.
You could have it. I just feel like Riichi Peiko draw. Wait, sorry, Riichi Peiko is pretty good. 1-pin is so hard.
Well, that's
to
2-Han
use
versus 2-Han, right? Yeah, I know there's
1-pin
less.
is so
I
hard
think
to use.
as soon as you get a second, like a better Tanki, though, it's a lot more even. But for now, yeah, I think I would have. And here he's.
Hellway, Haku.
I'm in favor of taking it, but not the Riichi. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you have a few turns. You can transition to a better Tanki, and if someone close reach this safe guard into Tempai, or from Tempai into Tempai. But not to neglect other hands, Vinny is in Ishanten now, looking for 4, 7-pin, 9-pin, 4 so, and Hatsu.
Still a bit awkward from Chris right now.
Chris does have the headless one away though, or he can just you were suggesting earlier.
Does go that way.
Yeah, keeps the 5-mon a little longer, even though it's more dangerous to draw the red 5-mon. And there's Tempai.
Draw for Vinny. Nice. 4 7-pin. Reach Hatsudora 1.
And this is kind of what we're talking about. Now you draw this 3-so and you can still keep Tempai
That's true.
while
that's
playing
true.
safe.
4-7 pin is surprisingly live, all things considered. Oh, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 left. Is it 1, 2?
Yeah, I
3,
think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 left. Sorry. Cutting the 2-so, still pushing her hand. Sees a lot of value in the 3 Dora, so doesn't want to get rid of her Ishan 10.
Oh, there's the run.
3-so does come out, and Calvin wins. Chitoi Nomi. What'll be 2-4 plus 3k is 5-4.
Yeah, nice hand.
Nice hand.
Claire, the voice of reason at this table, helping out with the scores. Had a few scoring mishaps in the past 2 games where people have sold themselves short. It's really tragic.
Yeah, it's a lot tragic.
Luckily, I don't think it's actually made a difference. Yeah, Calvin's going to get another repeat. We're at 4,500 points worth of Homba on the table. Dora is
now
3-so.
Yeah, he's now within 10,000 points of Claire, which is good, and this hand looks pretty good. Looks like okay. He's got a few. He's got 2 penchants. Well, 1 penchant, 1 kanchan. So it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's okay. Looking around the table, Claire's got a Chun pair, which she'll really like to shut out, and 2 Dora, which she'll like even more. 4 honors, it looks like, for Chris, but like drew the 4 sorrows. It's pretty made. It's like the left hand side of the hand is really good, and the right hand sucks. We got
Vinny. He can go for the Sozu Honitsu. Then there's that 4,500 points in the middle, so he'll probably play it at least semi-efficiently for now.
Yep. But can go for Honitsu 2 if he chooses to. In fact, I think I might have liked the 1-9 pin cut, keeping the Hatsu just in case someone does an earlier.
One thing people often overlook is even if you make a block with the 1-9 pin, it's not going to be a good shape.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to speed you up that much.
Exactly. Let's see. What did Calvin get? 1 pin. It's okay. I don't know if I'd like to cut it though. I think I prefer to have cut an 8 pin so you can use the 5 pin, but I think he just wants to go towards Tanyao, I think.
I am having a slight connection issue, so I'm going to mute my...
Okay. All right, so we move on to Claire's hand, draws the 1-so, pairs off 4 pairs, could go for Chitoi if she wants to. 2-so draw from Vinny, sorry, from Chris, which is a really nice boost to the hand. Calvin gets the 5-so, which is really nice. Could drop the 1-2 pin, go for like a Tanyao Dora 1 with the 4,500 in the middle, would be really nice. 3-man draw there for Chris makes Chris's hand into Ishan 10, which is really good. He's unfortunately not been able to get any of the Nan or the Shahs off.
It looks like Claire made a nice upgrade here. So,
yeah.
All right, she's going to commit to a normal hand.
Yep, commits to the normal hand. 5-man draw there for Chris. Could get rid of the skin and go for Sanshoku.
Yeah. Just moving back to Claire for a minute. Come back to her in a second. What did you think about just cutting the 2-4 mod instead? Because that kind of leaves the options for Chitoi in a normal hand, and you kind of preserve that nice 2-3-3-4 pin shape to make better blocks.
I like it. I dig it. That could work. If you don't have a solid read on the 3-man, it probably leaves you with more options. So yeah, I like it.
Though now with the Ishan 10 with the Dora 2 and the Chun pair, perfectly fine.
Yeah, now you sort of play it like fairly standard. Vinny got the Shah Anko, which is nice. We'll be able to call off the Forso and also be able to have Yaku. No, sorry. He's not West. Why do I think he's West? Never mind. It's a lot less nice. Chun gets tossed. Claire pawns it away. Tenpai for the Hanchan 3-man. Chun Dora 2. How many 3-mans do we have left? One. I think there's 3 left. No, sorry. There's 2 there. There's 1 left. One
Luckily,
draw.
her shape is fairly easy to upgrade with several different cheese.
Yep, that's true. Don't imagine. Oh, wow. 7-pin draw. That's nice. 9, so Calvin's still like 2 Shanten at least. But it's a very nice 2 Shanten. And his hand is very expensive very quickly.
I think Chris may have drawn a 2-man here. Maybe just looking to discard 5. Oh, there it goes.
Costs the 3-man, deals in time. Sorry, Chun Dora 2. 39 plus 45 makes it 8,400.
Yeah. I think the idea here is he wanted the chance at the 3/4/5 Sun cut from the pair of 3-man first to keep the 5-man around.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
All right, so we move on to. I've lost track. East 2, sorry, South 2, I think.
Yeah, South 2, repeat 0. We've reset the home by now. Claire is the dealer, and the Dora is too blurry on my end. I'm having
Dora is
not
4-man.
the other.
Dora is
4-man, okay.
Claire's hand looking pretty good with 1 completed shape and 2 realments. Chris's hand's also looking pretty good with 2 completed shapes and a realmment. Vinny's hand is not so bad either. 6-0 draw is okay, but has a bit of awkwardness and needing to get the 7-0. And Calvin's hand is probably the worst out of the batch, unfortunately. Which is pretty unfortunate because Calvin probably wants the Oyakabari Claire in this situation. It'll make it a lot easier to catch up over the next 2 rounds, especially because it doesn't have a dealership left.
Right. Claire, however, made a very opportune draw of the 6-pin into a Pinzu Sunman. Her hand is going to be able to zip along pretty fast here. Especially with no dedicated pair yet, she can replace one of the bad shapes with a pair, develop around the 6-0, or the Pinzu shape to extend it even further. Really flexible options.
Yep. 1 pin draw is nice there. Could get the Itsu as well. Maybe. Don't know if she'll be sniping for it, but she can get it.
So Chris waiting for the 258 pin 3/6-mon, 4-pin, and 2-mon into Tenpai.
Quite a mouthful.
Yeah, nice. I did kind of jump suits around there, but yeah. 258
Yeah.
4-pin and 2/3/6-mon. There's a lot. It's early on in the hand.
It would be really good for Chris to be able to get this hand. Probably take him out of last place. 4-so draw for Vinny. Could get rid of that 9-so here. Use that sort of 4-4-5-5-6 shape as like a Railman on the 4-7-so, and maybe if you draw like either 7-8 or 3-4 pin. Doesn't elect to do that though. Chooses to keep the Hanchan almost on the Suji trap by cutting the 4-so early. 9-man draw for Claire is good. Puts her into Railman, Sanminchan, Ishan 10. Chris still in the very, very big Ishan 10.
Yeah, both her and Chris are in very similar.
Ooh, that's
They both
6-0
want
draw.
the same suits too.
Yeah. 6-man draw. Now I think her shape looks very, her acceptance is very similar to Chris's.
I think Chris should just cut the 4-mon here because you don't
also
want to get rid of the red 5.
I agree. Oh no, because 4-man's Dora, so
Oh, is it?
yeah, 4-man's Dora.
Ah,
So
right.
4-man is like not so bad.
It's only really good for the 4-mon draw though because you get value because the red 5 mon.
Ooh,
So it
nice
is
tempo.
Tempai. Yeah.
5, 8-man wait. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 1.
Oh no. 5-mon.
Uh,
The 4-pin is
I think that comes
Afsuji.
out
It's
pretty
not around the
quickly.
Riichi tile.
Uh,
So if you cut the 4-pin now and you draw 3-mon into
ah,
there it goes. All right, Riichi,
oh,
Batsu, Pinfu, Dora,
oh my
Dora
god!
2.
Reach a Pot's Pinfu
Uh,
Dora 3. That should be Hanuman, right?
all right.
Reach a Pot's Pinfu Dora 1, 2, 3. Yeah, should be Hanuman. 18k.
Yep. Yeah, so just grabbing for that busting stick now. The Rex 3 has them in a kind of awkward position towards the back of the point tray. They're both angled inwards towards the center. Not entirely sure why they did that, because the black plastic just blends in with the point tray too. But
Really? Huh. Because in the Rex 2, I know that they just have the black sticks. And you just kept them in like not an extra compartment.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
That
you
seems
you can just put them in the point tray too. That's fine. It's they've made a dedicated space for them to keep them out of the way so you don't accidentally hit thing, but
I mean,
does
is
make it a
that
little awkward. There we go. 20k handed over to.
is there an argument over the points? Oh right, yeah.
All
She
right,
needs to.
there's all kinds of trading going on.
Yeah,
There we
that
go.
works. Yeah, that works. Right, and that
So
will put
the question,
Claire.
whenever we're playing with Claire and suggesting some kind of like shortcut for doing the points, we always have to make sure that we're not accidentally scamming each other, because none of us, other than Chris, who is a mathematician by trade, has
Yep.
fantastic mental math.
Accidentally in the serious terms, or accidentally in quotation marks. Make sure we're not quote unquote.
Accidentally as in serious. Though people have made jokes before. All right. Well, it looks like it's going to be Claire's dealership yet again. South 2, repeat 1 door is the 5 mod. Not very glamorous here. It's a very slow hand, but she has quite a lead, so maybe she's not too unhappy about the deal passing on.
Probably not. Vinny's hands looking a little slow. Calvin's hands also looking a little bit slow. Could have an Itsu for Calvin's hand though. Shouldn't pair that for Chris is nice. We'll be able to more conveniently cash in those 2 Dora that he's got.
So Vinny, nice draw of the red 5 pin over there. I mean, honestly, with all the hands looking this slow, other than maybe Chris's, who could go for the quick Chun pawn,
Well, like Riichi
Claire
Dora
might
3.
have the chance to recuperate. And now as Claire, with the option to open up for the Hatsu, your only point would really be on Hanchan, just near the Dora too.
I doubt she'd want to put her points in danger for such a worthless hand. I think she's probably going to want to either make it a better tempai, so like maybe draw the 3-man, then be okay with it, or maybe keep it Benzen. Five, so draw from Calvin, not bad.
Alright, and now she draws an alternate pair, so she can just cut that 2/4 mon out altogether. And I think now that the 1 pin is 1 chance, she'd be happy to call the Hatsu.
Yep. Chun Ponder for Chris. Chris currently 2 Shanten from Chun Dora 2. Which will be a nice, like, you know, small additional amount of points for him. Also draw for Calvin's not so great. Gets rid of the 4-man first. I don't know if I like that, to be honest, with the like ability to draw the 5-man. I don't think you want to get backfire too hard on that end.
What's the plan? Like, what are you replacing after that? You drop the 5 so get a Yankon? Or a 9 so look for upgrades Deepeiko?
Something like that. But it's just mostly like get rid of the 2-man first, especially if you're like chasing first place. Like any value is good.
Right.
Especially because this hand's very slim on value, right? Like you're either getting the Itsu for like the 2 Han or sometimes it's Riichi Nomi. If you draw a 5-man, not that it's likely, but you don't really want to regret drawing the 5-man, I guess is my point.
Right. Well, there Claire gets the Hatsu pawn into Ishan 10. 2/5 so 6/9 man will put her into Tenpai.
Mm-hmm.
And Vinny takes a 7/8/9 chi looking for the Otozuke Haku. It's really tough though, because the Souths are out, the Greens are out, the Reds are out. I think the West went out too. So people are, if he is Otozuke, people are going to know he wants the Haku.
Yeah, but then you have people like in Chris's situation where it doesn't matter if everyone knows.
Yeah.
Like, he's just going to cut it anyways. And sometimes you can just take advantage of that. I think that's Tenpai
Yeah,
for
for
Chris.
sure.
The Aka 5 Sotanki for Chundoro 2.
It's just, in my mind, it's questionable how much taking a feel like this actually speeds up the hand when you're going to run into potential roadblock and the other shapes aren't complete yet anyway.
Yeah,
But, does Chris change here? Okay.
It was close. I thought he was going the Aka 5
It
so.
was.
Yeah. Okay, so still Aka 5 so Tenpai for Chris, 2/5 so Tenpai for Claire.
The problem is if Chris draws something like the red 5-mon, it has to come out. The 5 so.
Haku, yeah, see, in this situation, if Haku is forced out, so Vinny will pawn it.
I know, but now you're fighting against 2 people for this. No offense, kind of cruddy hand. Oh,
I
actually,
agree.
it's not bad. My mistake. I didn't see the door. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
this is fine then.
Even with 2 Dora, it's still a bit crap. Like,
I mean, it didn't have those shapes complete at the time of the chi, but yeah. I can see it. Oh, see, this is what I mean now.
my
Now
God,
that
speak of the devil.
unless he
Nah,
discards some like big brain discard of the regular 5/1.
Oh my God, he gets that. He knows. He
What
knows.
in
He
the
knows
world?
Great. He soul read her.
But I don't see where in the world you're saying that that's worth it.
Listen, it's a soul read, right?
If you know, you know. Yeah.
You just know. If you know, you know. As one of my favorite people says all the time, you too can know.
You too can know. It is true.
You too can know.
Words of wisdom. Oh, is
Absolute
this? No.
wisdom.
Ooh, skating close around that 2/5/8 so Suji. Getting towards the end here, everyone has about 4 more discards.
3 does come out. That's Forso, I guess. Who cares? 6/9 Mon Tenpai for Vinny. Still waiting. I don't actually know how many 6/9 Mons there are. Khan?
Khan.
Are you guys playing Instaflip?
It'd be so bad if she summoned right now
draw.
and she was just waiting for the just to see. Oh, there's that 8-mon. That would have been a winning tile, but you would have dealt in before. I mean, Chris does get an extra door out of that. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Han,
Mhm.
but the weight is tough. There's only
The weight
1
is
5
very-
so left in the wall.
1 5 so left. Claire isn't dealing in. There's double run on, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so I guess that's.
Oh, there's Tempai for Calvin.
Yep. We'll need to get rid of the 3-6 pin, which is a little rough.
I'd say the 3 pin isn't too terrible versus at least 2 of the players. I mean, you prioritize defense against the dealer, probably.
6 pin
Alright, or
comes out.
6 pin.
I wonder if Claire will fold. Oh, wait, no, she can just declare no 10, right?
If she
We'll
wants
see.
to, but she's going to declare Tempai.
Yep. All right. Does she? Yep, she takes it. And no points exchanged.
Yeah, Claire, especially with a lead like this, heavily prefers going for even more points, which in a league format makes sense.
Yep, fair enough.
And look at this hand, starts with 2 completed Mensu, already a Ryanman, a chance for a Pinzu, Itsu. All the
Oh.
shapes are technically there, though she'd like to improve on the 5-7. Or I guess she technically does need a pair. And Dora is the 4-mon, so she can upgrade with that as well. Chris, on the other hand, could force out a Chinitsu if he really wanted to, that point deficit. We have Vinny's hand over here, which is pedestrian and slow, no big value, unless he can get like the red 5 and then he'll have Dora 2. And then Calvin's hand is pretty well balanced. But I'm also not seeing a whole lot of value out of it. You want to draw the 7, so you
Yeah, Dora 1 is
7, 8
nice.
Sanchoku.
Dora 1 is nice. Dora 1's good enough. Let's not get too greedy.
I mean, yeah, there's the 2 Humba there.
Yeah, exactly. 7 pin. Oh my god.
All right, and now, already Ishanten.
All right.
Draw
all
the
right.
6-mon, you take the 1-4.
No, no,
so-
no, 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 no.
Or the
We're not
5-8
thinking
pin,
pin.
looking for the
9
red
pin.
5.
9 pin, then 4 pin.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can do that too.
I think that'd
9
be
pin,
more.
drop 7-mon, draw red, drop 1, so Riichi, and Ipatsumo.
On the 4 pin?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Let's go. Yeah, that's what we like to see. I think that's a 5 pin draw, which is pretty good for
Indeed.
Chris. That's the third 9 pin, which makes Claire's 9 pin draw harder, unfortunately.
And there's Calvin and Ishanten, choosing between these bad shapes now.
4 pin. Oh my god.
Oh, here we are. Now she just needs to draw the red 5-mon.
Yep. Draw the red 5 man. Open Riichi on the side shot. It puts so at the 9 pin.
There's
you
3
see it?
gone in Vinny's hand,
I
but there's
see it.
1 left in the wall.
And that's all that matters. All that matters is 1 left. I think that's 10 pipe for Calvin.
It is Kantumon.
Sir,
I think he has to take. I think he should take the. Not enough upgrades here.
I agree. I think you should take the 2. So, it's like there's almost nothing that upgrades for you, and it's just nice to get rid of Claire's dealership. And sometimes you get a manga.
And there's 2. Yeah, there's 2 Humba. You have Adora, Hanchan.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you can get rid of.
Okay,
the
but now what?
You
Yeah,
can get rid of the
yeah,
one.
you can break Tempai here.
Yeah, doesn't feel good, but you could break it. He does.
Oh, there's yeah, okay.
Pain.
This is acceptable.
Pain Pekko.
One so.
Yeah, 1 so. I agree.
Yeah, look for the 2-5-8 pin draw.
You got what? 2
Or
5
the
8
4-7-mon.
1 4 1 2 3 4. I think it's any Pinzu and
Other
4,
than
5,
oh yeah, any Pinzu because you can get
yeah, any Pinzu and 4 5 6 7 mon to get into Tempai, and it's all good. I think. Oh, sorry, except for the 9 pin, except for the 3 6 9 pin.
right.
What?
So the for context there, because I don't think we have the audio
Okay.
delivery bell rang, and everyone jumped because they weren't expecting another.
Okay. Nice.
Very
No
tense
tempo.
on the table. Oh yeah, yeah. Vinny's Tempai on the west, and the Foreman isn't taking the Riichi either.
Yeah, Calvin and Vinny
Uh,
have got some very reachable tempos here, but they're not taking them.
yeah, the west is once dropped, but that makes it even less likely to get on a Dama compared to the Foreman. You know, you don't want to have to pass up a Foreman run. Oh, he gets
Oh,
it. The sumo would have been a
dude, it
Riichi
would have
pot
been a
sumo.
Oh my god. That's actually kind of
The
tragic.
thing is, he has that many Dora. He should probably. Oh, I guess if you don't expect anyone to throw the Dora,
Yeah, if you don't
that's
expect
kind
anyone
of
to throw the ball.
wishy-washy in my mind.
Yeah. And I
Still,
think
very
it's
nice win.
very nice win. It's like Sumodora 4, right?
Yeah.
Which is yeah. So did she just have
Very subtly checking the
Wait, caught on camera. Caught on camera. Wait, what is he doing?
What if the Ura is like Foreman or something? If she just
Yep, yep. Sorry. I've got it 4K off. My bad. Yep. 3K, 5K, right?
so Riichi Ipatsu Tsumo 1-2.
Reach your parts to Modora 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if you get an Ura, then it's Riichi.
Yeah.
But we didn't get a sneak. Oh, a player has a double Riichi chance.
Yeah, are you kidding?
She can get a 2-4 pin or a 9 so for Chitoi. And Dora's the south.
Oh,
Chris's
God.
hand is pretty meh, but he can go for a fast Riichi. I think it's 2 Shanten.
All right, let's see it. Double re. No.
Ah.
Ah.
Well, still not a bad draw, considering you can pawn the north and the hot. What? No,
Yeah.
you keep it through the. I guess yeah, really committing to that Chitoi early, or I guess the Toy too. You can still go for, but with this far in the lead, I want the option to take these like good weight cheap hands and move things along.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Hmm.
It's not like you're giving up your Chitoya Shanten. Like,
No, I think that
oh,
Juke Tanki is still pretty good, and you still, even if you get Tenpai early, expecting to, you still have time to wait on an
yeah.
upgrade. You don't
Yeah.
even care to take the Riichi necessarily.
Probably. Actually, I would not take the Riichi if I was Chito. Just because you're so far in the lead, why extend yourself out for such a crappy hand? Although I have bias against Chitoi because it's a bad hand.
I mean, I have bias towards it, and even I agree. I probably would not call Riichi there unless it's the kind of the weight really super duper likely to come out because of some, I don't know. And even then, if you think that towel will just come out anyway, you can Dama. Especially with a dangerous Dora this round like the South.
Yeah, I don't know. Onodora, like Yakuhai Onodora are weird. Because it's like it's not as dangerous as a middle tile Dora. Like a 5 Dora is way scarier than than like a South Dora. Because it's just so easy for like anyone to build a Mangan. Whereas like with South Dora, like people are normally hoarding them, so it's harder to get that Dora 3 off. So I'd be more afraid if it was like a middle tile Dora than it was like a South Dora.
I mean, regardless of what the Dora is, if I don't see it, it's out there somewhere, and I don't want that Chitoi Tanki wait for Chitoi only. I guess my only gripe with the South Dora is, South gets it instant Mangan, probably a Hanemon if they have anything else in the hand. Whereas if it's a normal Dora, unless they're pawning it, it doesn't have to be a Mangan. And I think with a normal Dora, you don't worry about people pawning it as much because people find it easier to use. So the thing is, in this hand, Calvin released Dora on turn 1.
Yeah. It makes
okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
This one's it easy. Come on.
Everyone's got something they want to push.
Yeah.
Swear to God, Clerk is not allowed to get Swanko. It's going to be kind of gross.
I think Vinny, slight miscalculation there, keeping that 1 pin instead of the 8 so when he had the 6-8 so, because then you draw 7 so pin Futenpai. But now this 4 pin I can understand keeping for the 3-4-5 pin Sancho 3-4-5 Sancho chance.
Ish. No, not a Shanten. Oh, wait, yes, a Shanten for Chris. It's a weird one, but definitely is there.
No luck for Claire.
Oh my god.
There you go. You take well you can take the Nakasuji trap Tanki if you like.
I don't like it, considering that you can just get pinned through so easily, but... Oh, he takes it. Okay. 4-man Tanki, reach Tanya, draw 1.
I don't like it because there's 1 out already. But I definitely like the Dama on it, and I don't think the Riichi is too far-fetched. But like you're saying, there's a lot of ways to for that hand and kind of still be able to win because you have Tanya. If the 4-mod does come out, you're still fine.
5-man draw from Vinny doesn't really help out. Calvin draws
Yeah, I
for
think Vinny's
2.
probably committing to a fold now.
And yep, gets rid of the 5 so still ish. Wait, yeah, ish on 10.
Oh, we're not playing with 4
No!
copy Cheetoy.
No, can't it? Can't it? Come on, show you're not afraid. Seven-man draw. Thought about. Okay, I'll go 5 so.
Now do you... Yeah, the 8 so is going to come out. He's going to shift. 5, 6, 7
Oh my
Sancho
god.
chance.
Wait.
Oh, but now what? These Pinzu just look awful.
Funny. No, but it would be so funny. Go for Suanko. Do it. Do it, you won't.
It is a huge advantage if you get it, given the league format. But
Come on.
okay,
No.
very understandable. Have a nice day.
Oh no, look, it's the smart play, but it's just so much more fun if she goes for it. For us.
Absolutely. All right, now
Okay,
Calvin's going to probably stop
a-
on this 9 pin.
She's about to draw north, and then draw a 1 pin. I'll call it now.
All right, we'll see.
Gonna be a north, right? This draw right here, it'll be a north. Never mind.
We have to study the scriptures a little bit more.
Yeah, the scriptures are incomplete.
Oh, there's the last 4-mon.
Unfortunate. 6 are... Yeah, looks like I don't really want to deal into Chris, which makes sense.
And that's one of the things. If people have safe tiles, they don't care about the Nakasuji because they have safe tiles. The later you get, the more likely that is. Because there's so much information out. And if they're going to push, they're not... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on.
No, I was going to say, if they're going to push, then they're probably going to be able to use the 4-mon anyway.
Yep. And like, even if you're looking for someone who's like Mawashiing, it's kind of like you need to be in like a comparable situation is more maybe Calvin Vinny, where like say Vinny Riichis and Calvin doesn't want Vinny to win a big hand, he's more likely to try and position around, right? Like be like, oh, you know, I'll try to Mawashi. I see Nakasuji, I'll cut it. Whereas like Chris is in such a dire point situation, the priority almost becomes just don't deal in.
Yeah, don't feed last place.
Exactly.
And so, last draw for Chris. And now Vinny plays it safe.
Yep.
All right, 1 player Tenpai. Chris is going to pick up 3K, 1 stick on the table, and 1,500. All right, looks like Dora is the 9 pin. opening up the hands here. It looks like Chris's hand is a little bit disjointed, though he does have a pair of the West and a 6/7 Monrianmen. Not sure what to think about it. Well, I know I don't like it, but I'm just trying to look for opportunities here, and it's just, was that a tune draw? Not fantastic. Vinny's hand starts with a pair of the double south, three Rian men's, two alternate pairs. If he pawns the south, looking like he's in much better shape. Calvin's hand is kind of so, no real value, slow. And then Claire's hand has 4 pairs, and a completed 4, 5, 6 pin could easily pawn the Haku and just go for speed to move things along. And Vinny makes yet another pair in his weakest block, which will allow him to kind of transform his hand into all good shapes. Whereas Claire takes a 7-pin pawn, moving to Ishanten, hoping to pick up that Haku, or if she draws around the 6-mon, shift into Tanya.
Yep. Takes the 6-0 pawn, puts her into Tenpai for the Haku 4-so.
So now, let's say you're Claire and you draw the 4 hypothetical. Do you ditch the Haku pair looking for a Tanya shift?
I think I would, because it gives you so much, a little bit more versatility against the Riichi. And also sometimes you're mochi, like not often, but sometimes you are. So I don't really want to be in that situation.
And there's also some kind of god draws where if you have an Anko Laforso, you do a 3-sided weight, which is arguably better than the Shampoo anyway. Well, it's pretty much indisputably better than Shampoo and have guaranteed value through. It's just unlikely you get there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the double south pawn. That's going to put Vinny into Shanten. He's going to opt to go for the potential Toy here over the good shapes. 5-mon and 7-so are going to be a little hard to get, but 7-so is a bit easier than normal because of the 6-so pawn by Claire. It's going to be harder for other people to use. The Haku remains to be seen. All right, nice draw of the 4-mon for Chris. His hand is slowly but surely coming together. Karagiri of the 5-pin from Claire. Guess the idea is to try and portray it as a normal Tanyao that has just overflowed or something like that.
I don't think is. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think it does anything, to be honest, but I'm always against doing Karagiri unless I have a super good. That's just what I was told.
I just try not to overthink it personally. Like, I think it's just like probably not very useful in terms of like overthinking when to Karagiri.
No, especially if you're playing with people who aren't necessarily paying attention to the smaller details.
Yeah.
Not to put shade on any of these players or anything. I have no clue whether they're considered. But I think in general, I don't really expect people to be tracking my hand movement quite so closely.
And even if like they are tracking your hand movement, it's like how much weight.
There's not a lot of certainty, not a lot of certainty you can draw from.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's Vinny's Tenpai 2-5-mon.
It's the bad Tsuji.
Yeah, it's the not very good 2-5-mon weight compared to the. But Calvin has an extra one, and unless he goes for Chitoy, it might come out if he fills the 2-3-mon Ryanmen.
Yep.
Oh, interesting case here for Claire. Okay, decides to take to continue with the tempo. I think early on you might consider swapping it out there, but it doesn't make any sense. You have this on. It's late in the hand. You don't want to drop the Haku at this point either. Still on the wall.
It is still on the wall.
And Chris's Ishanten from Itsu now can call for it as well. So he won't have to drop the 2-mon if he draws the last copy. Well, actually, there are no copies left. But if he gets Tenpai on it, that's a double run chance. All right, he's going to hold on to this 5. So for now, till Tenpai because Vinny has called 3 times.
This situation is ripe for an open Riichi. Not that.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just saying, it's like, an open Riichi right here would really stir things up, and I think I would find that quite fun.
Oh, there's the Haku.
Ooh,
1 of 2, and
we're
it's
not one person who isn't really inclined to cut it.
yeah, he
Like,
doesn't
Chris
want to
wants-
deal into Vinny's hand. Could be
Exactly.
3 mon.
Chris says no progress. So Chris has his dealership to keep, and Calvin has nothing right now. So, okay, there we go. Never mind. I think it's dead. That's a Haku.
Yeah.
God
Unless
play.
Vinny, yeah, there you go.
There we go. All right. 1,000. Is that 1,000? 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 1,000 plus
Yeah.
that is 2,500 plus the Riichi stick. And we go into South 4.
Yeah, not to give it the commentator's curse, but it looks like Claire has this one in the bag.
Yeah, I think Claire can never lose this. 100% of the time is winning. What else are the commentator's curse things you're supposed to say?
Oh, look, Vinny has a Chiho-chan. I wonder if he'll... No. That would be funny, but no, Vinny does have a fairly... Oh, I don't know if he really wants this hand. Oh, it would be a
Really?
Tenho chance anyway. Calvin is not the dealer, but...
Yep. So, what are goals? So Calvin just wants to win to preserve second place. Vinny wants to win. I mean, sorry, other than winning, I guess we're talking about sizings here. Chris is probably never getting out of last place, so I guess just whatever he thinks is the best EV. Claire wants to leave before Vinny collects a dealership. Calvin wants to leave probably cheap so that he can come second, and Vinny just wants to preserve. So probably faster hands out of everyone, except for maybe Vinny, because Vinny's probably the only one who's incentivized to maybe go more expensive, especially because he has to sustain his dealership.
And I still think, kind of because of the stuff I was talking about earlier, that Chris is gonna be going for a large hand here. I think in some ways he probably feels some sense of responsibility to claw more than a couple thousand out of this. I think he has the material to do it too. A really long stretch here, but 5, 6, 7, Tampin Sanshoku, Ipeko, Dora 1. Oh, he's actually going to throw away the 8 on pair. I think he can dream big here and then just take the small hand if it comes, but I don't think that'll be his goal.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. Nice draw of the 6 mon for him. And Vinny's hand is progressing fairly well. No sign of that Hatsu yet. The problem is here Claire has an Ishanten. Claire can go for Tanya if she draws around the 4 mon, or an upgrade around the 7 mon. She can call 6-0 and drop 9 mon. Take headless Ishanten. I don't know. I don't think I would do that, but... Ah, there we go. 7 mon draw. Now she's Ishanten. She can call these 7 mon Tenpai. And there is the pawn. It's looking like she might just take this. There's a pawn from Vinny. Another one of his Aruzuke hands.
Now, unfortunately, Vinny will probably offload one of the 2-pin or 8-pin, which will deal in.
Yeah. Now you can just drop yourself.
Yep.
Why be reliant on others?
Yep. 300, 500. Nice and simple. Ends in first place again. That's a big one for the FalKANs.
Indeed. That's going to give, well, as soon as the change is passed around,
Yeah.
Claire a finish of 68,200 for the Peregrine. Chris is going to end with an unfortunate negative 15,200 for the Opie Dopes. Vinny for Rinshan Kaibros is going to end with 1,700, salvaging a third place. And Calvin in second for the Brooklyn Sours is going to take 30,300 home in second.
Mm.
Yeah, tough games. A lot of really explosive hands out of nowhere in the game, and then the second game was a little bit more contemplative, but like we saw, Chris didn't really have a choice there with the 5-so deal-in. There were what I felt were kind of more forced deal-ins from some of the players. Really good hand. Yeah, tough
I
fight.
think, and pretty clean sweep from Claire for these games. Like, I think she
No,
took one game
absolutely.
that she would win like 3 hands that were really big, and then was on around 60,000 points and just win.
Right. And it's not like Claire was like super duper pushing or anything either. She was carefully, biding her time until she got those hands that she knew she could take advantage. And as we saw in other hands where she had kind of weaker hands, kind of more naive players might have just pushed them forward as far as they could. She would start folding a little bit earlier, saving her a lot of points.
Yeah, and like I think that's the part that you don't really see. It's not hard. It's hard to see unless you're looking for it. But like, there's sort of an implied sense of saving points when you deny other people hands, and it's just like if your hand is hopeless, just make other people feel miserable. I don't know. I don't have a better way of phrasing it.
I imagine they've put in the scores now, so I'm just gonna rattle them. Give me a second.
Yep. Fair.
So everyone, I encourage you to look at RiichiNomi.com if you haven't already, where you want to find out more about us. We're a Mahjong club based in New York City. We play every week online, Monday and 6 p.m. And we also play in person once a week on Sundays in Brookfield Place, Manhattan. We also have special members-only events once per month, like themed tournaments, guest lectures, pie for reviews. We have, online Naga AI reviews for your. Lots of really cool stuff. Nice, comfy community to come relax and learn more about Mahjong. So definitely give us a go.
Absolutely. I would encourage it. I have been a member for a while. I would say it's worth the money.
Yeah, JJ is one of our old school members, been on us since we were on Patreon. Thank you for supporting the club, Jay. Thank you for being here today as well.
No, my pleasure. Thanks so much for having me on. And that was really good games. And I hope to see you guys next week. But are we announcing next week's streamers, or are we just gonna leave it as a nice surprise?
I think we'll leave it as a bit of a surprise just in case things kind of shake up a little bit in the meantime. But just before we head out now, if you guys are curious in the team rankings, Queen's Mahjong Triad has held first place with 204.5 points. Peregrine FalKANs has rocketed right up into second with 169.4 after 6 games. Brooklyn Sours took a tiny bit of a hit, but they're still at 129 over here. The Destroyers are at 23.1. Team Yakumen is at minus 53.4. The Emperor Penguins are at minus 84.0. Opie Dopes holds on in 7th place with minus 97.4. And the Rinshan Kaibros and 94.2 after today's session. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for us, folks. Hopefully, we see you guys here next week for another round of games. Make sure, once again, to check out the website, riichinomi.com, as well as our Discord. And you can also find other info about us on our YouTube channel info. I think with that, we're going to call it here. This has been Eric from New York. And good night, folks.
Bye.